Yep, I see it. Yeah, I can see it. Sorry, what was that?
So today I'm using Wine, which is like a program to play Windows games on Macs. Did you see right here?
Yep, I can see it.
Yeah, it's pretty like I'm pretty proud of the fact that I can use Wine because apparently it's pretty complicated and I managed to figure it out, so I'm pretty happy with myself.
Well, I'm still surprised you're able to figure out how to do the PlayStation 2 emulate.
Well, I haven't figured out how to do the PlayStation 2 emulator. That's the problem.
Oh, that's why you haven't played Seaman yet.
No, Seaman was for the Dreamcast, and there is a Dreamcast emulator for Macs, but it's how like it works on Macs for most games, but Seaman is one of the few games that it doesn't work through any Dreamcast emulator because of the fact that it relies a lot on voice, like hearing your voice, and emulators don't have like the ability to check that.
Gotcha. That makes sense. That's probably why games like Hey You Pikachu are like impossible to like get on.
Yeah, that's basically why those games are impossible. That, Seaman, some others. Like, usually, if you want to play those games, you have to have an actual Dreamcast. But, like, if I was playing any other Dreamcast game, I would be able to do it on my computer because there's plenty of Dreamcast emulators that are also for Macs. Just PlayStation 2 is not, which is really weird.
Yeah, for some reason PlayStation 2 is really hard to like work around to get on a computer. I don't know. Oh, give me 1 sec before you get started. Well, I
Okay.
mean, you can get started, but give me 1 sec.
Al, are you back?
Okay, I'm back.
What was going on?
Long story, I'll explain in a bit, if the stream hasn't started.
Oh, the stream started a while ago, but usually,
Okay.
yeah, it's like usually I just hold like there's usually a time where it's just like either waiting or talking or whatever before it like really starts. So like I start it, but it's like a waiting time, you know?
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, in a few minutes, I might be able to tell you. If not, then I'll tell you after.
Okay. That works. I feel like I'm getting more southern in these streams, and that's weird.
It's terrifying.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so how have you been, Al?
Been okay. I mean, it's been kind of rough, but, nothing, like, I can't handle. And oh my god, she's gone, I can tell you now.
Okay, so what happened?
So you know how I said I was going to bring down my computer and stuff since it's cooler down here, right?
Yeah.
Well, my grandmother decided to rage at me. Um, my grandmother on my mom's side, not the one that passed away. She decided to rage at me for it, saying um, like, don't start doing it on here or something. And I'm just like, one, it's bringing down the computer and talking to a friend on basically the phone. Two, you're gone.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
weird.
she's that's one of the reasons I'm trying to save up to move out, because she's the type of person that's like, um, no matter how little sense it makes, if she doesn't want something to be done, it's not going to be done.
I see. Yeah, I've met people like that.
Yeah, so that's that. But she finally just left.
Yay!
Yep, that's how I feel right now. And it's funny because my aunt is basically like the power dynamic in the family, pretty much. And she said she was going to tell my aunt. So I'm just like, okay. So the reason I left was to call my aunt and let her know, hey, so my grandmother's gonna call you about me bringing down my laptop while she's not here and talking on the phone. And I was just like, that's it? So yeah, I mean, probably not going to get an apology from my grandmother, because she usually doesn't. But I mean, at least I'll know I'm in the right.
Yeah, makes sense. Also, hi Sushi with the raid! Ayo! Thank you for the raid! Hello Owen, hello Lulu, hello Rick, hello Ralph. Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well.
Hey, Owen, Lulu, Sushi, and Rick. It's Al. Actually, not in the chat this time, but watching.
Yeah, my first ever mod, Al, is here to join me today for the stream. Oh, you're getting
And I
something to
am just
eat?
as clueless as everyone.
Okay, Sushi. I'll see you in a sec then. Get something really good to eat. Oh, what were you saying, Al, by the way?
Oh, just that I'm just in the dark as everyone else is as to what game's going.
Yeah. But, oh yes, Ralph, you saw the name of the game and felt responsible to watch. Nice. You have chicken burgers. Chicken burgers? What is that, Rick? Playing Harry Potter on the PS1. Oh my gosh. Super blurst.
I missed out on that game. How was it?
Wait, which game, Al?
The Harry Potter one.
Ah, I see. Uh, what do you think chicken... I don't know, Lulu. I've never had a chicken burger. I've never had a chicken burger. I like...
Well, you see, you take bread and you put it in between a chicken. No, wait, reverse that. Put a chicken in between bread.
Oh my gosh. It was trash, but you loved it as a child. Rick, I feel that, like, there are certain things that are, like, they don't taste good, really, if you think about it. But, like, because it's from the childhood, you just can't help but be like, yes to this. Yes, please.
That's me with Finding Nemo on the PS2. It was the first game I got, and I loved every second of it. Try to go back to it now, and it's a nut.
Yeah, I feel that. Some games are definitely, like, some movies and stuff are also nightmares.
No, Lulu, don't quote me. That can't be my first quote. Come on.
It's too late, Al. It's too late. That is your quote now. Like this is the reality. This is your quote now.
This is the worst timeline.
Yeah, it's because Al, he's doing like push to talk right now through Discord, and if he didn't do that, then it would be echo all the time, and that would probably annoy everyone. So
Yes, I apologize for my shoddy internet, which causes echo and issues. All
reality is often disappointing. You're right, Rick. That is how it be. How it be. Has there ever been a good Harry Potter game? That's a real question. That's the actual thing.
Oh, there's that one where it literally chokes your character until you pay them. That one was.
You mean the app game?
Yep.
That game, though. I tried playing the app game, and I just couldn't. I couldn't bring myself to do it.
I got right up to the point where my character was getting choked, and I was like, okay, maybe they fixed it. They didn't. I didn't want to sit there and watch my character getting choked out like that.
That's crazy. But yeah, that game is so cursed. I remember when it first came out and everyone was like super into it. And I remember I was playing it and some of my friends were also playing it. And we were all just like complaining about it the entire time, being like, we worked so hard to get our house to like number one or whatever. And it's still like, the other groups still somehow keep on getting higher than us the next quarter.
It's because they got their mom's credit.
That, you know what though? That is kind of like real life though.
No, Lulu, please. Why are you doing this?
'Cause that's Lulu. That's what she does. Also, can I just say I love the way you abbreviated the podcast, Lulu? Like the two nerds, one fool, got 10 came.
What? I didn't mean to. I thought it was just a stand.
Ignore that, Al. What just happened? It's a doppelganger. Hello, Trav. Welcome.
Hey, Trav. And no, Lulu, you're not getting my Pokemon. I'd tell Azure the same thing. No matter how many guns he put to my face, you can't have my...
Oh my gosh. But yeah, there's two Anyas on the screen. Double the Anya on the screen right now. It's my doppelganger over there on the right.
It's actually me. You guys didn't know this, but I look exactly like Anya on certain days.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Trav, Al has joined me today.
Yes, it is me. Hello, Trav.
This stream, Anya's gonna fight Dark Anya. Oh my gosh, Ralph. Oh, also, I think I know how to fix the issue, Al. If you press If you make sure that you press the push to talk a little bit longer after you say what you said, like maybe like just like 2 seconds longer after you finish talking, then it should be fine. You won't be cutting out, I think.
Sounds good. And my favorite Fast and the Furious movie would have to be Shark Tale.
Shark Tale. Fast and Furious. What? I've never actually seen Shark Tale. To be fair.
Is Shark Tale not a valid option here? I mean, I especially loved how famous YouTuber Will Smith and famous YouTuber Jablinski Games were both in it.
Oh my gosh. Lulu adding all the owl commands.
Lulu, I did not consent to giving up all my Pokemon. This is a farce.
It's too late, Al. The command's already there. You can't escape from it. Well, anyways, we should probably get started. It says it in the command.
Well, you got me there. Okay, I'll send them over.
Well, anyways, hello everyone, and welcome to the episode 13 of Two Nerds and One Forgotten Game. Today, of course, as always, is me, Anya the Nerd, and I am joined by my great friend.
Al, I don't have any other name besides Chewy Chum Chum on stream, because I don't typically stream. So, hi.
Al is a very precious bean, and he has joined me today because Lulu and Barry both need a little time off this week, so he has come in to fill in the spot.
That, and since it's episode 13, something's gotta be unlucky, so you guys got me. Woo!
Well, Al is still a great alternative here. But yeah, today, for this episode of Two Nerds and One Forgotten Game, you may notice I don't have a bunch of papers with me, as I normally do. Normally I have, like, notes of papers. And that is because this game doesn't really have a lot of information on it. It's not like a lot of the other games where there's, like, a whole history to it and whatnot. At least as far as I looked up, there wasn't that much, like, known about its origins and whatnot. But basically, Al, today we're going to be playing a cute little puzzle game.
I'm a fan of cute little puzzle games.
Yeah, and this one is super cute, and it's basically a game that came out in 2008, and it is a free-to-download game, originally made in Japan, but has an English patch added to it, which is, of course, the version we're playing. But yeah, basically, the game is for Windows computers, and of course, as all of you guys know, I don't have a Windows computer, so I'm using Wineskin to basically, like, not emulate, but have, like, the ability to play Windows games on my Mac computer. So we'll be using Wineskin to play this game, which, by the way, is called Irisu Syndrome. Have you ever heard of this game, Al?
Not in my life. I've heard of other games that have the word syndrome in it, but not Irisu Syndrome.
Well, basically, this game is a freeware Japanese puzzle game starring a cute bunny girl who's named Kyoko. And she's a university student. And basically, in this game, it's sort of a puzzle game where shapes fall down and you have to fling how should I put it? Like fling blocks to like get puzzle like the different pieces to hit together and cause them to disappear. And if there's like too much that just hit the ground without disappearing, you like keep losing health until you lose. And the idea is you want to get the highest score. But also, along with that, this game kind of has some interesting aspects in that it's also sort of has some visual novel elements to it as well. So, has all that stuff together. But yeah. So, basically, it was originally made in Japanese, but there is a English translation, which is what we'll be playing. And different ending, like there's different endings in this game, and the different endings come based on how well you do the puzzle game. So like if I do super well on the puzzles, then like you get the good ending. If you don't do as well at doing the game, then you get the bad ending. Those kinds of things. There's also some secret endings too. And the creator who made this game also made another game called I Toyuki to Kashiwa Mochi, but that's not really important in the matter. But yeah.
Okay, puzzle game with multiple endings. I'm down.
Yeah. I just gotta first make sure that my right click is working. I don't think it is. So I'm gonna fix that real quick, because we don't want my right click to not work, because this game requires the ability to right click. Okay, so right click is on. Never mind. We're all good. We got this. We got this. Are you ready, Al?
I'm ready.
Okay, so I'm just gonna launch the game. Oh, welcome back, Rick. We're just about to start.
Hey, Rick.
Using the wine. I'm so smart. If it will load. It's taking a pretty long time to load. There we go. We got this. Are you ready, kids? Maybe.
No, Captain, give me like 5 minutes, please.
That is way too loud. Yeah, I know, it's too loud, Lulu. I'm so sorry. I'm fixing it.
So this is what it's like to be on the other side. When someone, when everyone else can hear
Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna bring the game up in a second, Ralph. Don't worry. Also, Rick, I'm tired. Things are, but otherwise, I'm pretty good. I was able to sleep in today, which was pretty great. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm fixing it.
Can you hear me now?
Am I really loud? How am I so loud? How did that happen?
Maybe you're trying to make up for how loud the game is? I mean, I can't really tell, but maybe.
Maybe. I don't know why it's so loud. Oh wait, no, I think I can fix this. Actually, there's one thing I can do. Screwing up the sound, I know. I'm trying. I'm trying. This is a cursed stream. Episode 13 is too cursed. Okay, there we go, finally. Okay. 1 second. All the episodes are cursed. It's too real. This is Al's first episode, and already it's pretty cursed.
To be fair, I have yet to see a stream that has topped the curse levels of get it, get it, get it, get it.
Oh my gosh. I don't even want to think about that. That is way too, that's actually like the most cursed. Actually, you know what? This is the way I'm gonna fix this. Al, go to settings in Discord. This is it. This is how we're gonna fix this. So go to settings.
Okay.
And then, but make sure it's the settings on the call. And then for the output volume, like turn it all the way up.
It is all the way up. Oops.
On both input and output.
I don't have input for some reason.
But the output is all the way up.
Yep, output's all the way up. No input slider.
You know, Sploose canceled the stream due to his mic being apparently poorly, and you know why he tests his sound. No, the problem is, so okay, the sound, Al's sound is good, my sound is good, but the problem is I can't, like, since I have a Mac computer, I can't, like, change application sound. So whatever sound it has, that's just what it has. And that's kind of annoying if a game is a little loud. And I can't, like, fix the fact that it's loud. which is the struggle. She's testing it too. She's just letting us sit in on it. Curse your Mac. I know. I'm like, why is it doing this to me? Why is it doing this to me? Why won't...
Is there like an option setting in the game somewhere?
I mean, I can check again. 1 second. If not, we can always just go back to playing more Clock Tower, because apparently that's one of the only games I can get to work properly. Which is just like me, TBH. The struggle of my life. This week, the forgotten game is audio adjustments. To be fair, there's a point in that, definitely. I don't understand. Hey, Clock Tower is meant for all three of us to voice act, so leave it alone. I know! We're playing on impossible difficulty to get the true immersive experience. I don't know. I'm just like... Yeah, that's... Oh my gosh. I can change the music. What about that Princess Wait? Oh, you have a point there. There's also that one too. I could just do that one, but I don't know if I can turn down the volume in that. I should be able to. I don't understand why this game wants to hate me. Why is there no audio settings in this game? This is like super cursed, the fact that there's no audio settings. I'm so mad. Actually mad. Actually mad. I don't understand. Okay. Oh, not... You know what? You know what? You know what? That's it. That is it. We are done. We're donezo. We're still having this episode though. Just 1 second. I'm gonna fix this. I'm going to save the episode. I'm gonna save the playthrough. Are you ready, Al, for this playthrough to be saved?
To be honest, you said that you're gonna fix it, and I'm thinking more like you're gonna wreck it.
Al, why do you have no faith in me? Well, this episode has already gone off the rails. Episode 13, most cursed episode. More cursed than usual, TBH.
Halloween came early this year.
I guess so. Guess that's just the facts. Guess that's just reality today. Oh my gosh, Lulu. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I mean, you have a point, Lulu. You definitely have a point. Oh, Rick! The one person who believes in me. Numero uno.
Oh, we're playing Uno this stream? Okay, I mean, give me a sec, I'm ready.
Oh, thank God! Having audio sliders within a game is blessed. It's so blessed. Huh. Every game should have audio sliders. Incredible. Oh, thank you, Rick. Until you call PS1 Hagrid ugly, then I'll lose fate. Oh my gosh. Biggest fan. Oh, I understand, Lulu. I totally understand. There we go. Save the day. Oh my gosh. So, Al, change of plans. We are no longer playing Irisu Syndrome.
But instead we are playing, what's this new game called?
Long live the Queen!
I mean, obviously the Queen's amazing.
Got this. Yeah, I mean, look at her. She looks pretty good. Better do some quick research. No, we're just gonna play it.
It's okay, I've got this one. So, if you look right at the title screen, the developers wanted to make a cute queen, and I say they succeeded. Yeah, that's all I got. This is also a game.
Good job, Al. Thank you so much.
I wrote a paper on this once.
Hi, Azure. Hello.
Hey, Azure.
How are you doing? Oh, this episode has just gone off the rails so much. Like, what are we even doing at this point? Let me edit this real quick. There we go. Take what off, Lulu?
Lude. And yes, I am the one with the voice this time.
Yeah. Two nerds, one forgotten game title. You know what? Fine then. I'll look it up. We're doing this right now on stream. The research right here, right now. So, basically, the reason why I download this game on Steam is because this game really looks like it was heavily inspired by the Princess Maker series, which was one of the games that we did, Princess Maker 2, was the first episode of this podcast, which is pretty cool. So this is definitely a return, a return to this time and place, return to the curse, because of course the first episode was super cursed. Now on the second most cursed episode, we're bringing back the game that is known for the curse.
Third most cursed episode. You forgot about get it. Oh.
Oh my gosh. Well, that one was Lulu's choice. That time. Which is a fact.
Why are we stripping Rick?
But yes, anyways. So Long Live the Queen is a game I downloaded off of Steam, and because the reason I downloaded it was because it's a lot like Princess Maker 2 in that you're basically having to raise a girl by telling her like these are the classes or whatever that you have to take, and kind of decide her fate, basically, whether she lives or dies, which is kind of like a similar thing in Princess Maker 2, though Princess Maker 2 is a lot more in-depth than this game. I would say I still prefer Princess Maker 2 over this game just because of how there's just so much to do in Princess Maker 2, so many different aspects. You could tell a ton of people put a lot of work and effort and heart into that game. This game is still pretty good, but it definitely, if you played Princess Maker 2, like, it's still the better of the two games, in my opinion. Fortnite, oh my gosh. Yes, it is a video game. So basically, to get this started, Long Live the Queen is a visual novel role-playing video game developed by Hanako Games and Spiky Caterpillar and published by Hanako Games. The story of the game follows a young princess who is training to become queen after the death of her mother. The objective of the game is to keep the princess alive for 40 weeks until she turns 15 and is crowned. The game was released on June 2nd, 2012 for Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. And the game uses anime-style graphics and is written in English. So basically the idea is, just like with Princess Maker 2, you have a bunch of like stats and whatnot, and depending on what you do during those 40 weeks, you'll up certain stats, maybe lower certain stats, and it'll determine what things she becomes good at, and also what endings you get, depending on what stats you rise. And plus, apparently, most of the things in this game lead to her death. So you basically have to follow some pretty specific things to get her to survive until the end, which is why another reason why I consider this game to be not as good as Princess Maker 2, because in my opinion, a game like Princess Maker 2 gave you so much leeway. You could do so many different things with the character, the girl you're meant to grow up. Like, there was just so much you could do with her and have her be like so many different like professions and whatnot, and it led to her having like a lot of really interesting, how should I put it, like interesting endings and whatnot you could pick from. But this game, basically, from what I've experienced from me playing the game, there's literally only a couple ways you can actually go about and play this game, because if you go away from any one of those ways, she'll die. And I feel like that kind of detracts from the whole concept of a raising a girl game, you know? But what do you think, Al?
It sounds just like real life. If you have a daughter and you don't have a guidebook telling you exactly what path to put her on, she's gonna die.
I mean, I feel like it's actually the opposite, where Princess Maker 2 was more like real life, because you could have the girl like go through so many different things, and then this one is like less like real life because, well, if she doesn't follow one specific path, then she'll die.
Nope, everything is dangerous. Everything is out to get you.
Yep, that's basically it, Rick. Like, that's basically what it is. You give her an emo stage. I mean, maybe we could. But anyways, let's actually get started. I almost tried clicking on the OBS screen to start the game instead of the actual game screen, which is, you know, that's also pretty cursed. A cursed action by moi over here. So let's actually do this, shall we? Let's start the game. Okay, I'm just checking to see if everything's good. Okay, looks pretty good in my opinion. Can you see it, Al?
Yep, I can see it just fine.
Do you want to voice the king?
Of course. We're almost home. Your room is just the way you left it. I know it's hard to leave your school and all your friends, but I've arranged the best possible tutors for every subject. The screen randomly got really blurry. You'll have to work hard this year to prepare yourself before your 15th birthday, but I know you can do it. You'll learn quickly, and you'll make a wonderful queen. It's what your mother would have wanted.
This is not what Mother would have wanted.
Don't you talk back to me.
She wouldn't have wanted to die and leave me. I can talk back however I want.
No, she wouldn't. But sometimes bad things happen. We have to pick up and carry on. All of Nova depends on us, on you. Wow, putting a lot of pressure on you.
I know, Dad, even though I'm only like 14.
I will be here to guide you until your coronation, but the decisions you make are ultimately up to you. Come, your maids are waiting.
Blah blah blah. Yes, I've played this before. We don't need a tutorial. Okay, so basically, I need to check and see how the... Yeah, it looks like everything's okay. Okay, we're all good. Question, what is it, Lulu? What is it? Well, do you marry your father in this one too? No. You can't marry your dad in this. Sadly, no. That's another reason why this game is worse than Princess Maker 2. Because in Princess Maker 2, you can marry your own dad. And I think that's peak video game.
Why would you want to marry your father? I mean, okay, yeah, I guess.
Oh my gosh. Because of the stat stuff. Okay, you'll see, Lulu. You'll see. Okay, so basically we have a bunch of skills. Oh, shoot, what the frick? What the frick? That was weird. Now I have to fix the screen. What the frick just happened? Oh my gosh, it's so cursed. Why is this so cursed? We're gonna leave it like this, why not? But anyway, so we have a bunch of, marry him and Stardew after you marry me, nice. So we have a bunch of effects, a bunch of skills, as you can see here. Like we have social, which has royal demeanor, conversation, expression, physical, which has agility, weapons, athletics, animal handling, intellectual, history, intrigue, medicine, economics, military, and mystical, faith, and lumen. And basically, under each one of these categories is 3 different types of classes you can take to like up the stats. And basically, depending on her mood, which you can see here, here's her moods, which she can either be angry or afraid, cheerful or depressed, willful or yielding, pressured or lonely, or on the neutral side. And depending on what her mood is, she'll either have some bonuses in certain areas. Like here in expression, you can see there's a +1, which means she'll gain more points if she studies those things than she would normally. Or it might detract based on your mood. So like for conversation, there wouldn't even be a point to taking any one of these conversation classes because she would just not learn anything because of the -2. And then all of these you can see have +0, which means it'll just be the regular amount of learning that comes from it. But basically different one of like her moods give different points to different areas, which will up skills in different ways. And we also have outfits. Right now we only have the boarding school uniform, but basically if you get high enough in a certain area of the skills, like if I were to get really high in an intrigue, I would get an outfit, an intrigue outfit, and if I wear it, it'll give me some extra intrigue points. But yeah, and then finally, here's where we pick our classes. So you just select a category. It's all the categories that we saw before. And once you select one, then you can pick from the class options that we saw earlier. And we can pick one for the morning and one for the evening. And that'll up our skill sets to a certain level. But yeah. Any questions, Al?
Nope. I have no idea how to parent, so this is gonna be great.
Well, we've already done this in a previous, episode. Well, not you and me, but me, Lulu, and Sushi, the 3 of us, managed to raise a child and made her into the greatest cook. So hopefully at least we can make it so that this girl survives. So basically, with that in mind, what should we study? Here is all the points here. Cat girl is in Persona 5. I thought she was a cat girl at first. Refund this game, oh my gosh.
So, not gonna lie, the text is really small and blurry on my screen, so I'm going to suggest whichever can get her closer to being like a martial artist or law enforcement or something.
Okay, so that would probably be... Okay. So we have agility here, which is like dance, reflexes, and flexibility. We also have weapons, which is swords, archery, and polyarms. We have athletics too, but I would suggest not doing that because there's the -1 there, which would mean we would learn less than we normally would, so there's not really a point in... Oh my gosh. There's also, we could teach her military, so like strategy, naval strategy, logistics. So what should we do?
I'm thinking military. Let's turn our daughter into a military commander.
Okay, so let's do that. Let's take classes. military, strategy, naval strategy, or logistics.
Naval strategy.
Okay. And then for the second military, strategy, naval strategy, or logistics.
Strategy.
Okay. Done. Week 1 morning. You learn that the sea is not something you hold, it is something you travel across. Naval strategy ensures your free travel while denying it to your enemies. Week 1 afternoon. You study the strengths and weaknesses of different weapons and battle formations. What's all that noise outside? Like, who's there? Oh, it's like my cousins and my aunt and uncle. You want to be this lady?
Darling, we were so terribly sorry to hear about your mother, Fidelia.
Thank you. You want to be this?
You look well, niece. Really well.
Oh no, no.
Hi, Lodi.
Hi, Lottie. I haven't seen you in ages. Will you be staying long?
Yup, Bobby said we'd be here all month.
Maybe we'll have some time to talk later. Now that we've finished studying, what are we going to do this weekend? Okay, so these are the things we can do during the weekend. So we can either talk to Father, which is we don't know what that'll affect our mood with, so it's all question marks. We can also attend court, which is which will give us +2 yielding, +1 depressed, and +1 pressured. We can walk in the gardens, which will give us +1 lonely, +1 cheerful. We can play with toys, which will be +1 yielding, +1 lonely, +1 cheerfulness. Sneak out, +2 willful, +1 lonely. Attend service, I'll get rid of 1 depressed. Visit tomb, +1 depressed, +1 afraid. Explore castle, +1 lonely, +1 afraid. We can also visit Charlotte, Lady Merva, and talk to her, but we don't know what effect that will give us, so that's also question mark. Or we can visit the dungeons, which has no effect.
I would like to say talk to dear old daddy, but I'm really bad with decisions, so I'm gonna say, if you want to decide what the daughter does on her free time, then totally go for it, and I'll decide her schedule if you want.
Well, I think, going with your gut of just talking to the father will be fine. We'll just see where it goes. I've already beat this game, so.
Oh, so you already know what's going on?
Yeah, so you should be the one to pick these things. So you say talk to father.
Yes, talk to dear old daddy.
Dad, can we talk?
No, get out, I'm drinking. I'm sorry, your uncle and I have things to do. Maybe another time.
Oh. Okay.
Well, that was depressing.
Main story wise, it's about okay. Ooh, it's Monster Prom, where's Mark? Yeah, this game basically has some Monster Prom vibes to it, not gonna lie. So to look at our mood here, we became a little bit more lonely. So that might affect some of our classes. So let's see. Okay, it didn't affect. Oh wait, no it didn't. We're still basically the same with our pluses and minuses, because depressed is still the biggest mood.
I mean, mood.
So what are we doing now, Al?
Let's stick with our guns with military.
Okie dokie. So are we keeping the same schedule here? Naval strategy, then strategy?
Now, let's mix it up. Let's do strategy, then naval strategy.
Oh my gosh. It doesn't really change anything to do it that way, but okay. When are you playing Demon Souls on the podcast? I've never heard of that game, actually. Interestingly enough. Her dad told her to fuck off and she lost depression from it. Oh my gosh. So let's do this. God tier game. Okay, I'll look into it. I'll definitely look into it. You study the effects of battle stress on troops and how morale can turn the tide of combat. You study different kinds of ships, their names, designs, and the number of crew needed for each. What's the commotion outside, Father? What's going on?
I have come to pay respects in honor of your mother. You have no respect. Wow, just coming at her like that. You have no respect or honor. It's because of you and your powers that my wife is dead.
What?
I am a lumen, as was she, and like every lumen, I am willing to give my life if it is necessary to protect our domain. Your line has been traitors for 200 years. I won't have you corrupting my daughter. That is for the crown princess to decide. Elodo, your mother trusted me, and I have much to teach.
Okay, so we have the choice to send her away, arrest her, or let her stay.
And she seems trustworthy. Let's let her stay.
Okay. I want to hear what she has to say. She stays, +1 willful.
As you wish.
They're actually the same person, Lulu. Okay, so what are we doing? We have talk to father, attend court, walk in the garden, sneak out, play with toys, visit Juliana, the person we just were talking to, attend service, visit tomb, explore castle, visit Charlotte, which was the first lady we met, or visit dungeons.
Let's visit Juliana.
Okay. What is it you wanted to teach me? I have to tell you, Al, when I first played this game, I basically was making a lot of the same choices you were making. You've been making.
I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing. Because if you're going in completely blind, you probably failed, which means I'm probably gonna fail.
Yeah, it took me a couple tries to make it, but managed at one point. Yeah, it feels bad, man.
First, I need to know if you have your mother's crystal.
What crystal?
Have you ever played a Final Fantasy game? Those crystals are essential. The source of power for any lumen is a particular magical crystal. Once you've bonded with it, it becomes a part of you as long as you...
There's also the crystals in the Chaos Emeralds and Sonic the Hedgehog. It's like that too.
Do you have the weed rock? I need it. The royal crystal has been passed down from ruler to ruler for generations. It belongs to you now, except that the king may be keeping it.
Do you have a crystal?
Of course.
She holds out her hand. Light flickers above her bosom, and then with a shower of sparkle, something takes shape. We're doing meth now. Oh my gosh. Oh shoot, it happened again. Ignore that, everyone. Whoa, what the frick? We went back in time.
I told you, these crystals are wild.
You reach out to touch it and it dissolves away into nothing. Oh.
You can't just touch that. That came from my bosom. It belongs to me. No one can take it from me until I die. You need to find the crystal that belongs to you.
There we go. So let's check our mood. We're still depressed. And we're also apparently... Yeah, we're basically just depressed right now. The big mood. So what should we do now, Al?
Let's do some weapons.
Weapons. Okay. Okay, so let's do weapons on both. What weapon? Like swords, archery, polyarms.
Archery and then swords.
Okay. Let's go.
I see you all in chat touching your own bosoms. What's wrong with you all?
You learn how to twist and wax bowstring from a variety of fibers. You take up a wooden sword and practice correct grips and stances.
He loves me. He loves me not.
Lottie, do you have a boyfriend?
Not really. I just like to play with the flowers.
All of a sudden, the Duchess of Ursul rushes into the garden and points a sword at you. Not at you, at your feet?
Princess, don't move.
Hold still or look down.
Let's hold still. I feel there's probably a snake or something down there.
You want to hold still, but you don't have the composure to hold your position without peeking. You look down where her sword is pointing. There's a snake in the grass. You can't...
There's a snake in my boot.
Oh my god. Toy Story reference. Also, are we stepping on a mine?
We actually look down, and what we see is just a creeper. Oh man.
Ah! Oh my gosh. That's crazy. I mean, I'm just like, after Azure mentioned about stepping on a mine, I'm just now imagining that like she's gonna step on a mine and then just she goes flinging into the air.
Princess, while you're up there, do you see your crystal?
Oh my gosh. You can't help it. You squeak and jump back. The snake tenses and prepares to strike. No!
No!
Your cousin pushes you aside and the snake fangs sink into her leg. Lottie! Too late. Juliana swings her sword and cuts off the snake's head.
What is going on out here? Your daughter's been bitten by a milk viper. They're poisonous. I'll cut off the leg. Quick! Get an herbalist. I will treat my daughter. I certainly can't trust anyone here to keep her safe.
I'm sorry. I don't feel so good.
Mr. Stark!
Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. Oh.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
Oh my gosh.
We will be returning home to Merva immediately. Your aunt has a point. Milk vipers are not native to this area. That snake should never... Someone may have tried to kill you.
Will Charlotte be like, okay?
You stupid... Did you not hear what I just said? Someone's trying to kill you. I mean, I don't know.
Okay, so we can talk to Father, attend court, walk in the garden, sneak out, play with toys, visit Juliana, attend service, visit the tomb, explore castle, visit dungeons.
Well, considering that we almost died by snakebite in the garden, let's go to the garden.
Oh my gosh. A walk in the fresh air helps you forget the burdens on your shoulders. Okay, so our big mood is afraid now. That's our big mood right now.
So instead we have to make her angry.
Okay, so now we can't do military or weapons because there's negatives on those things. So what we doing?
What was the first one? Oh no, that's -2. The second one in social?
Conversation, which is public speaking, court manners, and flattery.
Actually, let's do animal handling.
Okie dokie. Classes. Animal handling. So we got horses, dogs, and falcons.
Dogs and dogs.
Okay. Let's go. Done. You visit the kennels and learn about different breeds of dogs. You learn about dog grooming and the most common diseases and injuries that dogs suffer from. The castle seems quieter with Charlotte and Emery and Zahra and their parents gone. It's certainly not empty though. It seems like we get more servants every day. I was so worried about Charlotte after the snake bit her. But her mother said she's okay, so I guess it turned out all right. Maybe she has a guardian angel. So we can talk to Father, attend court, walk in garden, sneak out, play with toys, visit Juliana, attend service, visit tomb, explore castle, or visit dungeons.
Let's trust that our father isn't gonna make us more depressed and go talk to him again.
Okay. Dad, what happened to Mom's lumen crystal?
It's in a safe place.
Can I have it?
No.
I love how he just says no. But it's mine.
Meddling with magic killed your mother. I don't want that to happen to you.
Yeah, I actually don't know Rick, because I've never played through this with having medicine up enough to like, know about whether the poison, like, killed her. So I honestly don't know, but we never see her again after this. So there's a possibility that she straight up just died after that.
Once you're crowned queen, I can't stop you from doing anything you want. But for now, you are still a child.
So we're still afraid. What should we do now?
More dogs.
More dogs?
All dogs.
Heck yeah. So both dogs?
Yep, we are going to be the master dog whisperer.
You learn the standard commands for working with trained hunting dogs and retrievers. You practice working with trained dogs in a small area, telling them to stay, search, and fetch. One of the maids approaches for your attention.
My lady, couriers have arrived from the Duke of Sedna.
We have a Duke of Sedna?
No, my lady. The Duchy of Sedna is in town. They have brought you a letter and a gift.
I think we actually can, Azure. I know there's a couple women we can choose to get with in this game, but I don't remember which ones they are. Alice might be one of them. Condolences on the death of, deeply regret, best wishes. Oh, what a beautiful necklace! Something sparkly will make me feel better. There are some lesbian options, but I actually don't know. Like, I haven't done enough to check and see which ones they are, because I mostly worked really hard just to make sure she didn't die. That was my #1 goal. So we can talk to Father, attend court, walk in the garden, sneak out, play with toys, visit Juliana, attend service, visit tomb, explore castle, visit dungeons.
Let's visit Juliana. Let her know that dear old daddy won't give up the crystal.
Okay. My father says I can't have the crystal until I'm queen, so we'll just have to wait.
There may not be time to wait. This world is filled with dangers, and you need the powers of Illumin to fight them. You can't begin training until you've bonded with your crystal.
Well, what else am I supposed to do about it?
Exactly what Rick said. Kill him. The crystal is probably held under guard in the royal treasury. You are the princess. You should be able to find a way inside. Otherwise, we might have to take, yes, drastic action.
So I'll wait until I'm older. I'll try to find a way, or what drastic action?
Let's ask about that drastic action.
There we go. What do you mean by drastic action?
Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Wink. Try to reach the crystal. If you can't, come and talk to me again. Oh my god, we are going to kill our father.
Okay, so, what should we do now? Also, just to let you know, before you make this mistake, oh my gosh, I did it again. I'm so sorry. But just to let you know, if you try and get past 50 points in a category without upping the other categories in a category, then it's not going to work. So like, for example, in animal handling, we're almost at 50 for dogs. We won't be able to go any higher than 50 unless we get to at least 25 in horses and falcons.
Okay, in that case, let's do both in falcons.
Both in falcons?
Yep.
Okay. So let's do falcons. Falcons. Let's go. Let's go. Whoa. You visit the Mews and learn about different kinds of trainable birds, their preferred nesting sites, behavior, and food. You learn about the fragility of hunting birds and the years of training necessary to develop mastery. Luckily, your royal falconer does most of the hard work for you. As you are walking, you spot a familiar figure in the palace gardens. It is the Duchess of Ursul. Maybe I should go and say hello. Then you notice that seated beside her is a woman in the robes of a priestess. They are very close together, their hands gently touching as they speak. Looks like she's busy. You turn and walk in a different direction so as not to disturb them. At that moment, you notice something unusual. It looks like someone just left the palace grounds by going over the hedge. Was that a servant, a thief, or an assassin? Climb up to look over the hedge, call the guards, run and hide.
I don't feel like we can take on anyone, and running and hiding, we're not cowards, even though we're mostly afraid. We're gonna call the guards.
Okay. Guards! However, by the time the response is organized and directed to the area beyond the palace, there's no sign of any intruder. You wonder if you were only imagining it. So we can attend court, visit the treasury, which is a new option, explore castle, visit
Let's do that one.
What?
Let's do that one. Visit the treasury. We're
Okay.
gonna get that crystal.
Accounting failed, presence failed, angry plus willful. You try to walk your way past the treasury guards, but despite eyelash fluttering, foot stomping, and outright threats, they won't budge. Now we're willful as our big mood. So basically,
Oh, we can learn weapons again?
yes, we could learn weapons. We can learn more military and a lot of it because now we have 1.42 in that. But yeah, we can go for weapons. We can go for a lot of things. The only things we can't go for is royal demeanor, history, and economics, which is kind of bad considering that the only way we're gonna get our crystal is if we up the economics. So that's a little bit of an issue.
So we can't get it through assassination?
I don't know, because the only way I've done it is by upping accounting, trade, and production, and getting through to the treasury to get my crystal. That's how I've done it in the past. But whatever you want to do, what do you want to do?
Well, since military has a big boost right now, one in military and then one in swords. We're gonna fight our way through.
Okay, so anyways, let's look at classes. We can do, in military, remember there's strategy, naval strategy, and logistics.
Let's do strategy.
So we'll do that, and then weapons, you said swords?
Yep.
Okay, so let's do that. You study military recruitment and the importance of training and motivation in making soldiers who can trust and depend on each other. You practice slow swings to move your blade to precisely mark targets, building up your muscles and control. As you are walking up the stairs, a maid comes running down holding a towel pile of linen. Before you can react, she barrels into you, sending you and the sheets flying.
Oh, my lady, I'm so sorry.
Apologize or punish her.
Ooh, kinky. Now let's apologize.
Okay. No, it was my fault. I should have gone out of your way.
If you say so, my lady, why did that give us depression?
I know, it doesn't make sense.
Okay, well, let's visit Juliana.
Oh, we can't. That's not an option. Oh, what the
Oh,
frick? That was weird. Okay, so apparently we can go back in time, but anyway, so we can attend court, visit the treasury, explore a castle, visit tomb, attend service, walk in the gardens, play with toys, sneak out, or visit dungeon.
let's sneak out. Let, let's be a little rebellious.
Okay, you sneak out of the castle to have a little fun. You enjoy the freedom, but your father won't like it if he finds out. So we're still willful now, super willful. So what should we do? I don't think we should go any farther in military strategy because we're gonna hit a brick wall at 50. So if we want to do more military, we have to up naval strategy and logistics. For weapons, we can continue to do that too.
Okay, so let's do military, naval, and stick with swords.
Okay, so naval strategy and swords. Okay, done. You study different kinds of ships, their speed, maneuverability, and standard complement of weapons. You drill with a partner, attacking and blocking in carefully timed patterns.
There is a man here to see you. He wishes crown funding for a project. Remember, the treasury is not unlimited. If you choose to invest, you will have less money to work with.
Your Royal Highness, I have a plan to print books using metal letters which can be moved and reused. I need to borrow 875 lassie to assemble the metal in a factory to mold and cast the type. With this system, we will be able. What the frick? What the frick? With the. Can you please stop doing this game? With this system, we will be able to create new books in a fraction of the time it takes now and make copies to send all over the world. I don't know much about factories or trade. Would that really be worthwhile? We're not interested.
Smart girl.
Attend court, visit the treasury, explore a castle, visit tomb, attend service, walk in gardens, play with toys, sneak out, or visit dungeons.
Let's try and talk to Dad. Maybe he
No,
won't
he's not here.
depress us. Oh. Okay, which one won't make us lonely and depressed?
Well, attend service can take away depression. And visiting the dungeons can add willfulness and anger, but not depression or loneliness.
Okay, let's visit the dungeons.
You sneak a peek at some of the luckless peasants held in the dungeons, petty thieves and troublemakers, now suffering in the dark. They're obviously bad people, but seeing them so miserable still feels unfair. There must be a better way. Okay, so we're still here. What should we do now?
Same as before. Military. Let's do logistics and swords again.
Swords. Let me check real quick. If we do swords, it might hit that 50 point mark. I'm not sure.
Okay, then archery.
Okay.
Also, I see you guys in the chat making like those text things. I see that. Lewd.
Okay, there we go. You learn about the types and amounts of food required for an army on the march and how long they will remain edible. You learn to cut, fetch, and tie arrows. Your Highness, my sympathy is for your loss. Even after all these years, I sometimes forget that my own mother will never be coming back. Thank you. Hi, Jangled. Hello. How are you?
Hi.
Today I'm joined by my friend Al.
I am friend Al. Hi.
I love how you said that. I am friend Al. However, I must call for your aid. The Oxyanite occupation of the country of Imbrium has gone on for too long. Now is the time to push back. I know there's been some problems with Ixion, but I don't know the details. I guess they're occupying Southern Marie. We have plenty of troops, so it shouldn't be that hard to drive them out if we want to make a fight of it. So try to negotiate or prepare for battle.
Let's prepare for battle.
Well, if they want to fight, then we'll give it to them. I will arrange for troops to be sent to your aid. Thank you, Your Highness. Your Highness, if I may ask, that necklace you're wearing, where did it come from? It was a gift from the Duke of Sedna. Then you've made arrangements with him? What sort of arrangements? Your Highness, that is a courting gift. The man wishes to gain your hand in marriage. Oh, I didn't realize. So what are we doing?
Let's attend service.
Okay.
And no, I am not giving up the Pokemon.
You attend services in the Castle Grove, letting the peace of the ritual calm your heart. So, what are we doing? Also, here's our mood right now. So, what are we doing?
Oh wow, we're willful AF. Okay, let's do weapons, archery, and military logistics.
Okay. Done. You study the kinds of equipment that soldiers need available, such as bending, weapons, armor, medicine, bandages, and the tools to repair anything damaged. You study different kinds of transport: animals, wagons, sledges, ships, boats, and boots. You have unlocked a new outfit. You learn about different styles and sizes of bows: long, short, and recurve. You receive a report on the outcome of the battle against the Oxanites. You succeeded in driving them out of Marie, but it cost you about 3/4 of a battalion of soldiers and a great deal of material. You lost 831 soldiers. The Duke of Marie will be happy, but we could have done better. Okay, so we can talk to Father, attend court, visit the treasury, explore a castle, visit tomb, attend service, walk in the gardens, play with toys, sneak out, visit dungeons.
Let's try talking with Father.
Okay. Dad, if this trouble with Ixion started years ago, why didn't Mom fix it?
Your mother told the Duke of Marie and the Duchess of Hellas that it was their problem and they should sort it out themselves.
Oh. Should I have done that?
The situation is different now. Everyone on all sides wishes to see what sort of queen is coming to the...
Everyone is judging me. Okay, so we have a new outfit. Uniform, boots, military. Boosts military. So this is the... Remember how I said certain outfits can up your stats?
Yeah, I remember. Oh, I like that outfit.
Yeah. And it ups our military skills. So you see here under military, there's now a green asterisk, and all of our military points have gone up.
Okay, in that case, let's go straight military. Let's boost it.
Do it again? Like just military stuff?
Yep. Maybe logistics and strategy.
Okay. Military. So logistics and strategy. Okay, done. You learn about the support costs created by what? You learn about the support costs created by support. The more equipment you have, the more people and animals are needed to move them. And then those people and animals also need to be fed and equipped. You learn about the difficulty of obtaining new supplies from the field. Enemy civilians may hide or destroy supplies rather than let them fall into your hands, and friendly civilians may not stay friendly if robbed. You study how to determine when to jettison or destroy excess goods for speed and how to avoid overreaching. It is Utena!
Don't open the door.
What, Al?
What's going on? Wait, what's going on?
Oh, Jangled says that the way she looks right now with her military outfit, she looks like the main character of an anime series called Revolutionary Girl Utena.
Oh, well, looks like we just entered an anime. Looks like I made the right calls.
Yeah, sorry about that, Azure, but it's good now. But, Al, have you ever watched Revolutionary Girl Utena?
I haven't even heard of it, actually.
It's so good. You need to watch it. It's so good. It's one of my favorite older animes.
Well, going right on the list.
I'll send you a link to the opening song after this stream.
Gotcha, thanks.
You learn about how units reinforce each other in the field, gaining strength through proximity and the covering of weaknesses. You study the effects of different kinds of battle terrain for both offense and defense. You may now tour the barracks on the weekends.
There are reports that a keythong, that's just a funny word, that a keythong has been sighted leaving the old forest.
Oh, look what Azure just said.
Azure, you're not getting my Charizard.
What's a keythong?
A beast with the body of, and it decided to get blurry, with the body of an enormous golden cat, a sharp beak, and spikes on.
Yeah. You wonder if Masami Okui even makes music anymore. I'm guessing that's the person who did the soundtrack for Utena. And by the way, the soundtrack in Utena is top tier soundtrack. Eek!
Several disappearances in southern Carloris are already thought to be the work of this creature.
What do we do? Should we send hunters?
Their traditional policy on stray beasts is to hope that they return to the forest and stay there. Wow, that's a great strategy. Hunters are no match for such creatures. You would only make it angry and waste more lives.
So, We just let it eat people?
Everyone dies in the end. Lesson number 1, daughter, everyone's gonna die.
Hmm.
Also, there's a letter for you. If you open it up, it also just says everyone is gonna die.
Oh, she did the opening. Okay, that makes sense, Jangled. Yeah. Okay. Shinkichi Mitsumune did the rest of the insert songs. Okay, that's cool. I love the opening song, and I love the soundtrack in that series, so both those artists, good stuff. Talaris, the Duke of Sedna, will be arriving next week for an official visit. Okay, so we can also tour the barracks. That's a new thing that's been added.
Yeah, let's check that out now.
Also, Al, did you change anything with the sound? Because you sound a little bit quieter now on my end.
No, I thought that you did, because you sound quiet on my end too.
That's weird. Okay, 1 second. What is going on? Let me see. Wait, try talking now, Al.
Can you hear me now?
Huh. This is very odd. More curse. I might be able to change the sound again. Let's actually save game real quick. So there, we're gonna title Tech Issues. Save. Now preferences. Let's bring music down. Okay. Now return, and then I'll just up the volume here. There we go. That way people should be able to hear you properly, Al. Wouldn't be an
how do I
Anya
sound now?
wouldn't be an Anya stream without curses. What?
How do I sound now?
Still a little bit quiet, but I think they should probably hear you fine. Do you guys still hear Al properly?
I can always try and speak up a bit more.
Okay, everyone says you sound fine, so I think we're good.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, I think we should visit the barracks.
Okay. You are impressed by the discipline of the Novan troops, but the responsibility for their lives weighs heavily on your shoulders. There are approximately 9 battalions, 1 company, and 1 platoon under your direct command. Okay, so what should we do now? We can continue to up military or up something else.
Let's up our military and then up our weapons.
Okay, so the lowest
hold
one
on.
is naval strategy. So we should probably, unless you want to up one of the others.
No, let's up naval strategy and pole arms.
Okay. We'll up naval strategy and then polyarms. Hey Sushi, hello.
Hey, Sushi.
You went to the market? What did you get? Don't touch strategy. It's 69.9. Oh my gosh.
The perfect strategy.
Absolutely. So let's do that. You learn about the requirement for all civilized sailors to rescue the crew of a sinking ship, even an enemy. You learn about the challenges to naval warfare posed by unpredictable weather, as well as the dangers of sailing too close to an unknown coastline. You learn about the use of ships in transporting ground soldiers between locations. You learn about a variety of long weapons, from the quarterstaff to the spear to the halberd and glaive. I don't know some of those at all. Wait.
Ah, Your Highness, what a pleasure it is to meet you in person at last. Your description did not do you justice.
Nice, I love that accent. Oh, so you went grocery shopping, Sushi. Makes sense. No Java cakes were found. Sad. They have Mars bars though. Yay! How are you liking this game? Okay, so I mentioned this at the start of the stream. So I've already played a lot of this game. I was able to make it so that she survived and whatnot, which is the most important thing about this game. But basically, my thoughts on the matter is I still prefer Princess Maker 2, and the reason why is because while you can die in that game, it's really hard to do so. So the game is more focused on molding your daughter in any sort of way you want to, which makes it so that there's a lot of options there, and there's a lot of creativity of it, and like you can tell that the people who worked on it spent a lot of time and effort on that game, because there's just so much you can do in that game, and there's so many cool little like animations and whatnot. Like, it's really beautifully done. This game, it's still, like, you can tell there's a lot of work put into it, but still not at the same level as the same level as Princess Maker 2, and there's not as much options as Princess Maker 2. In Princess Maker 2, there's so much you can do that it's almost overwhelming, especially at the start, like trying to figure out what you should do, because there's just so much. But Long Live the Queen is a bit more straightforward, and there's really only a couple ways you can go about it without dying, so there's not as much options in it. But I don't know. Al, have you played Princess Maker 2?
I have actually, like right after the stream.
Really?
Yeah, and the way that I played it, my daughter became, like, she started up a combat school, but then she didn't really have the charisma to teach, so her school kind of shut down, and she just settled down with this one guy that she was close with.
Cool. That's a different ending than I got when I played. When I first played Princess Maker 2, the first route I went on was like the warrior route, and I made her like super strong, and I beat like everyone in the festival in fighting because I was just that good. And basically she turned like into a big, and then she ended up turning into a magician, because once I got like super strong, I started like doing like magic stuff, and then like she became like this super powerful magician, and it was pretty cool. Then the second time I played through, I aimed to get what is considered the true ending, which is you make her into a princess by marrying the prince. So I basically made her like a super cook, did a bunch of other stuff, got her really good at talking with the various people at the castle so that her public popularity went up and all that stuff, and basically was able to marry the prince. And that was my second playthrough of it. But basically, based on the fact that you've played through Princess Maker 2, and now we're playing Long Live the Queen. Like, what's your... I know we haven't done a full playthrough of Long Live the Queen, but what's kind of your thoughts on the two games?
So far, I see what you mean about it seems like Princess Maker 2 does have more, like, options and different varying things. Like, by this point, when I was... So, by this point, when I was playing it, um, I had already seen my princess, like, change appearance, change attitude a lot. She went from being like kind of small and frail to like more aggressive, to the point where I try to talk to her and she's just like, my muscles are too big. Um, and it's like, there's a bit of that in this game where like we have her being really willful and her expression shows that. Um, but I don't know, it seems like it's still fun, but it seems less fun, I guess.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think my opinion on the matter is this game is really good if you haven't played Princess Maker 2 or you can't play Princess Maker 2. But if you have access to Princess Maker 2 or have played it, then that's obviously like the better choice of the two.
Yeah, this is like Princess Maker 2 Lite.
Yeah, basically. But anyways, continuing onward. I don't know how to deal with handsome older men paying me compliments.
I was so pleased to hear that you had accepted my humble offering, a jewel for a jewel, but you are more precious. I hope that this is only the beginning of a mutually beneficial relationship. A union between us would bring stability to both our people.
He really does want to marry me. So accept his offer or politely decline.
We are gonna decline. We are a strong, independent woman that don't need no man.
I need to let him down gently. I am not marrying you. I'm only 14.
Yeah, you tell her.
That may have not been
Him.
gentle.
I see. I regret the misunderstanding.
Okay, so what are we doing?
Let's check out the barracks again.
Okay. You are impressed by the discipline of the Novan troops, but the responsibility of their lives, blah blah, we've read this before. Now our big mood is depressed, which means we have different pluses and minuses here. So we can finally do economics. If that's what you want to do.
Nope, double pole arms.
Double pole arms? Okay.
Yep, I want to be able to fight and to force my way through to get my gem.
Okie dokie. I don't know if that's possible. I honestly have never tried it this way. You practice walking while carrying a long weapon, getting the feel for its size and weight, and learning to maneuver without banging it into anything unintentionally. You have unlocked a new outfit. You learn the basic stances, grips, and positions for staff fighting, and how to block a blow without crushing your fingers. You practice standard attacks and sweeps with a long staff.
You are requested to stand in judgment. A woman has been convicted of attempted murder and requests the mercy of the crown. Your Highness, this slattern The words. The slattern dares to beg pardon when she admits that she tried to poison my sister under her own roof.
Kevin looks pretty hot.
Stop lusting after me, I'm very angry.
Which sister?
Coruscant, the Duchess of Mead.
Is she alright?
She is unharmed. We caught the culprit in the kitchens before anyone could eat her foul
Well, what do you have to say for yourself? It's justice is them devils killed me brother and broke me Nam's heart. Lied to her they did. When she went to see why he'd not come back, said he'd gone for a soldier when he never would. He weren't the only one neither. I waited 10 years for my chance to get my own back. That's justice.
You see, she's completely unrepentant. Hang her and be done with it.
I don't know what this is all about. Either way, murder is a serious crime, but put her to work, imprison her, or execute her.
Execution.
Execution? Okay, let's
Yes.
go. As she is clearly guilty, her life is forfeit. She will be hanged in public as a deterrent to other criminals. Yo, this accent is blessed. I try, Jangled. I try every day. You'll not have me. All
Yes,
the
Rick, we will make the person that tried to poison the cook.
Oh my gosh. My eyes are itching for some reason, and I don't know why. All of a sudden, she breaks loose from her guards and rushes at you. In your court dress, you are unarmed. You grope for a weapon and find only a heavy golden ornament, which you hurl in her direction. Your missile flies wide of its mark. Before you have a chance to do anything else, your personal guards step into action, cutting the woman down before she can endanger you. Her lifeless body lies bleeding on your carpet. Get that out of here! Put it on display so that everyone sees what happens to criminals.
Wow, no longer referring to her as a person, she is nothing but lifeless meat now.
Yep.
Okay, let's check out the barracks again.
Okie dokie. Yeah, we read this before, so we'll just skip through that. Now our big mood is angry.
Ooh, let's check out the new outfit.
Oh look, with weapons you can really send it up now. Super big jump. And military. We could literally just up all that stuff because of anger. But yeah, anyways, our outfit boosts weapons for the tabard.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's take that one and practice some weapons.
Okay. So, what should we do? Okay, this is how our weapons look right now. With swords, archery, polyarms.
Let's do double swords.
Okay. Oh shoot. Done. Class. Swords. Swords. Done. You practice moving with a blade, sidestepping, charging, and lunging. You practice using your blade to disarm opponents or shove them backwards. You spar with a partner, trading blows while looking for openings to tag each other. You begin to work with a metal blade, getting the feel for its weight and edge, as well as learning how to care for it. As you are walking one day in the gardens, you hear a strange sound and look up to see an owl flying overhead. A single dry leaf flutters in its talons. An owl flying in the open in broad daylight? That's unusual. I wonder if something attacked it. When you return to the castle, your father is waiting for you.
There is a woman here to see you. She wishes crown funding for a project.
You were disappointed at the store today, Sushi? What happened?
Thank you for seeing me, Your Royal Highness. I came to you on behalf of the people.
I was hoping to buy some of those Pillsbury Halloween cookies. They didn't have them stocked? No! That's awful.
It's peak Halloween cookie season time, though.
I know. Everywhere else, it's all like pumpkin spice stuff and everything. Like, the time has come.
I wish to build a hospital where any citizen afflicted with disease can be brought for treatment.
Putting all the sick people together, wouldn't that make them die even faster? We are not interested. What should we do?
I mean, I can't argue with that logic.
What should we do?
Let's attend service.
Attend service? Okay, there. You attend services in the Castle Grove, letting the peace of the ritual calm your heart. Now our big mood is depressed. So we can continue to up weapons or up military. Basically, we can do everything except athletics, royal demeanor, and conversation.
Okay, let's see if we can finish out swords in one go. So double swords.
Okay. Okay. You practice drawing your blade and striking at short notice from a variety of positions. You learn techniques for thrusting your blade through armor to disable or kill your opponent. You learn advanced techniques for holding off multiple opponents at once. You have nothing more to learn about swords.
Remember
Oh wait, this is
that
you.
The festival of the Good Lady is approaching. There will be public celebrations for the commoners, followed by a grand gala for the nobility.
A grand ball. There will be dancing.
As queen, you would be expected to lead the procession and take part in the ceremonial planting. Possibly give a speech. Oh, we are not ready for this. However, since you are not yet crowned, it is not required, and it may not be safe to expose you to the public.
What do you mean, not safe?
Outside of the castle, you are less well protected. If anyone means you harm... ... Think on it now. Decide. There is a letter for you as well.
It's from Brioni. I went to school with her, but she's a couple years older than me. Her mother is the Duchess of Mead. She's complaining that her mother still won't let her come home for the holidays. Apparently her uncle Kevon has been acting strangely lately, shouting at shadows. She's bored and looking for an adventure. Well, I don't have any to suggest to her. What should we do?
What's something that'll make us angry?
Visiting the dungeons.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay. Now we're angry. And so our swords are at 100%. Well, you see how things are.
Let's try and get pole arms to 100.
Okay.
Probably won't happen this round, but double pole arms.
Okay. Done. You practice sparring with a partner using a staff. You practice special techniques with a staff, such as twirling it or using it to vault. You practice basic techniques with a long spear, controlling your thrust to penetrate specific targets. You practice basic swings with a halberd, building up your arm strength while learning to control the movement. You practice sparring with a wooden halberd versus a wooden sword, learning the dangers of overextending or allowing your opponent too close.
Today is the procession and planting for the Festival of the Good Lady. Will you be leading the If you have any concerns about your safety, please stay here.
Wait, what? What's going on? Why, Ash? What's going on? I am like so
Wait,
lost.
your last stream?
Baby rage.
The people will recover from disappointment if we... The people will recover from disappointment. If we lose you, there is no recovery.
I will lead the parade. I will parade and make a speech. I would rather not go.
I would request a save state.
Okay.
Because I feel like we have, trained enough with fighting to be able to defend ourselves, but I don't know exactly,
So,
it might be more of a military thing.
I will
So I'm
lead...
gonna say I will lead the parade.
Okay. I'm not afraid. I'm going to be the best parade leader ever.
My little girl.
You prepare your best gown for the occasion, then walk slowly through the town with your attendants. It would not be appropriate for you to wear a sword, but you do walk with a sturdy golden scepter that's taller than you are. At the end of the route, you help the priestesses turn over the earth for the new tree to be planted. Then the new life is blessed, and all the attendants join in song. The procession regroups to return to the castle. Okay.
Okay, cool. Nothing bad happened. Let's see the dungeons again. Let's get really angry.
Okay. So what should we do now? Pole arms is basically at the end.
Yeah, let's do one polearm and then archery.
Okay. You learn about caring for your bow, how to store it between uses, string and unstring, and check for damage or wear. You also learn that you should never fire a bow without an arrow on the string. You strap on protective gear and practice gripping, drawing, and anchoring the bow before finally losing a shot. You practice with unusual weapons such as spike staff, the sword staff, and the bow. You have nothing more to learn about pole arms.
Are you ready for the grand ball? Oh, we are not ready. All the nobles in the domain are here to see you, to see their queen.
You finish dressing and descend the stairs to make a grand entrance. All around, the rich and powerful pause in their activities to gaze upon you, the ruler of them all. Seeing yourself reflected in so many eyes makes you want to run away and hide. After a moment, you force yourself to carry on, but you're sure they've all seen you hesitate. Your father waits for you at the bottom of the stairs and offers you his arm.
The first dance is for us.
He guides you gently around the dance floor, never rushing you. It's fun to dance with your father, but the look in his eyes is so sad.
After this, you must choose your own partner. There are a number of men who hope to catch you. The Duke of Kigol alone has brought 3 eligible sons, all near your age.
You look around the room at all the possible partners, which is to say everyone. No one may begin dancing until you do. You can pick whoever you want and you will not be denied. So, someone about your own age, someone younger than you, someone older than you, someone already married, or someone scandalous.
Let's save and do someone scandalous. I'm curious who that is.
Okay. You don't want everyone assuming that whoever you pick first is your intended marriage partner, so why not make your choice as ridiculous as possible? With that in mind, you approach the Duchess of Ursul. You admit to yourself that you were hoping such an outrageous act would cause her to lose some of her composure, but she remains unruffled. At least the chorus of shocked whispers around you as you take your place on the floor is gratifying. Dancing with a real partner feels quite different from dancing with your father. You knew him, knew his steps like a part of you. Now every move is a mystery. Unfortunately, you lose track of which steps you're supposed to do and trip over your own feet. Oops. Between the dances, there is time for the guests to mingle, chat, and sample tiny bites of exquisite food. During a lull in the music, Banyan, the Duke of Marie, taps an elegant fingernail against a wine glass, letting the clear note ring out through the room. If I might have your attention, I believe we should offer our compliments to our lovely hostess. Her bravery and courage keep our borders defended. Everyone applauds politely. As the gala continues, you take the opportunity to observe nobles that you rarely see. There's Gwenelle, for instance, the young lady of Sudbury, who only months older than you and due to finally inherit control of her duchy soon. Or Adele, the youngest daughter of the Duchess of Lila and a fierce sportswoman. She was a few years ahead of you at school and the absolute terror of the ball fields. No Brioni, she had said her parents were leaving her stuck at school this season. Her parents are here dancing together, the Duke consort clutching his duchess possessively tight. Strange that there's no sign of your cousins, though. Shouldn't they be here? Your aunt and uncle are here, of course. It would be scandalous if they hadn't come, Merva being so close by. It's nice to be able to enjoy time with friends and family, isn't it? Oh, hey, Mary! Hello!
Hey, Mary.
How are you? You own this game, nice. So what should we do, Al?
Let's go to the dungeons again.
Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so what should we do?
Double archery.
Okie dokie. You practice shooting at clearly marked targets across a flat field. You practice shooting at targets of different shapes and sizes in mixed terrain. You practice long-distance shooting, setting arrows into the ground at different ranges. You practice shooting at moving targets. You practice shooting targets while you yourself are moving, pulled along in a chariot. You have nothing more to learn about archery. You wander downstairs to visit your father and talk about the latest events in the domain. You're moving with such enthusiasm that you don't realize your father isn't alone until it's too late to avoid him and his companion.
Sir, you are too kind, Jocelyn.
Countess Siren, not a member of your circle. She's a bit more than a decade your senior, far too old to have been your friend, and yet not at all old as noble women go. She has 2 minor titles, no husband, and your father's arm in her grasp. How dare she make a move on your father? Shame her with silent scorn, insult her with false flattery, trip her as she passes.
Ooh, let's be awful and trip her.
You wait until the Countess gets closer, then you hook your foot around to make her stumble. Unfortunately, you get your feet tangled up and end up tripping yourself, falling to the ground with a thud.
Elodie, are you alright? Oh dear, she does need a bit of looking after, doesn't she?
Not by you.
I should go now. I hope to see more of you later. Wink.
When she's gone, you raise an eyebrow at your father.
Don't give me that look, young lady. She's a nice woman, nothing.
She wants something more.
And it's not going to happen anytime soon. You should be careful how you deal with people like Siren. You need the goodwill of your nobles as well as your commoners.
There haven't been any problems so far.
As queen, you must be aware of everything around you.
I am paying attention to what's around me. So what now?
Ooh, is Juliana back?
Yes.
Yeah, let's visit her.
You have not Oh wait, you are Juliana.
You have not yet reached the crystal. Are you making progress, or is it time for another?
That would probably be the drastic action she mentioned earlier. Oh, I've never done this. This will be new for me. I've never done this. Leave it to me or take drastic action.
Let's do it. Drastic action.
I suppose I'll have to listen to another plan.
Leave it to me.
Fine. ... That night, an explosion rocks the castle. A section of stone near the royal treasury collapses, crushing the guards on duty. Nothing is stolen, at least nothing that is acknowledged publicly. But when you look at your father's face, you can see it in his eyes. The crystal is gone, and he knows that you are to blame. He will never trust you the same way again. So,
Ooh. He's not too happy with us. We're ground.
so what should we do now?
Let's go back to military and do double strategy.
Okay. Do you want me to switch to the outfit for military?
Oh yeah, because it gives us a boost. Yeah.
Okay, so let's do military, and we'll do 2 strategy. Done.
No one's getting bored on the stream.
You study the power of ranged weapons, from arrows to thrown fire and sand, and how the treat of such attacks can shift the enemy's response. You study the use of cavalry in battle, as well as the costs and benefits of traveling with large animals. You studied the effects of a strong hierarchy on military organization and the ability of troops to respond to changing situations. Communication across an army can be difficult. Disrupted signals can lead to chaos. You studied famous battles, the disasters and the mistakes which created them, and the turning points in larger conflicts and why they made a difference. You studied the concept of defeat in detail and how an army can be destroyed by crushing small parts one at a time rather than attacking it all at once. You have nothing more to learn about strategy. Oh, and by the way, we can learn lumen magic now that we have our stone.
Oh, perfect. We should probably work on that then. It is the time of year to decide any necessary adjustments to the royal budget. The majority of the money we receive is already spoken for, but there is always some room for discretion.
I don't know anything about budgets. Raise taxes or lower taxes?
Ooh, I wish there was a keep taxes as is.
If we had our accounting up, we could do that.
You know what? Let's lower it.
I think we have enough money. Let's lower the taxes a little.
As you wish.
Okay, so mood. Let's see.
Let's visit Juliana.
Do you have it? You do have it, don't you?
The crystal? Of course. everything is ready for you.
Right. Did you really have to kill the guards?
No, that was just for fun. If you regret their sacrifice, then do not let it go to waste.
It's too late to turn back now. I have to do the best I can for my people. What do I do?
Pick up the crystal with your bare hands. Press it against your chest. Give your over your heart and say, "Illuminate."
Okay, here we go. Illuminate!
Oh my god, a magical girl transformation.
You feel dizzy and both larger and lighter than you were before. The crystal has disappeared from view, but you know where it is. Wow.
The priestess here is a friend of mine. I will come to your lessons in the faith and train you to use your power.
It should feel happy, I guess. I'm a lumen now. I just hope I'm doing the right thing. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, we can now do lumen magic. So do you want to do that?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay, so there's sense magic, resist magic, and wield magic. Sense magic is the ability to detect mystical powers at work. Resist magic is defense against mystical powers. And wield magic is knowledge and control of your own magical powers.
Let's go for wield and resist.
Okay, wield and resist. You learn to summon a small glowing light, which you can then move around independently. You increase your awareness of your own thoughts and emotions, making it more difficult for mind-affecting magic to twist your reactions.
You are requested to stand in judgment. A man has been convicted of the murder by strangling of his wife. Wow, that's dark. He does not deny the act, but requests a pardon that he might be set free.
If you admit you killed your wife, why do you think I'm going to set you free?
Save me, your majesty. It wasn't my fault. Demons made me do it. Everyone knows the power of magical beasties. They used me. They twisted my fingers into chains. My wife found me screaming. She tried to shake me and the chains wrapped around her. I need the priestess to bless me and make me clean again.
Demons that make you attack people? Is that even possible? Pardon him, imprison him, or execute him.
You know what? We haven't done anything else besides execute. Let's keep the train going.
I don't care whether there were demons or not. You're still a murderer and your life is forfeit. You will be hanged in public as a deterrent to future criminals. He opens his mouth to argue with you further, but then his shoulders sump.
Yes, your majesty.
He's not supposed to just take it. Now I feel bad.
Okay, so what are we doing? Also, by the way, if we're more willful, then that helps with lumen magic.
Okay, so what will give us more willfulness?
We can sneak out or we can visit the treasury. It might be best just to sneak out.
Yeah, let's do that.
Or we can also visit the dungeons. Sneak out. Well, sneak out will give us +2 willful.
Oh yeah, let's sneak out then.
Okay, so now our lumen magic stuff will be a bit stronger. So what should we do? This is what we have so far.
Let's do the same too.
Okay. Oh, shoot, that's not what I meant to do. Return. Classes. Done. You learn how to cast rays of white light, which can banish shadows and blind your opponents. You learn to consciously project a magical field through your thoughts, blocking outside magic from touching your mind, but only when you have the energy to consciously resist. You receive word of an unfortunate incident at the gallows where the man you judged was sent to be executed. As he was led to the platform, he suddenly lashed out with explosive magical power, killing several guards and spectators before making his escape. The population is buzzing with rumors of a secret cabal of evil lumens who sacrifice innocents in their dark rituals. Okay.
Okay, let's sneak out again.
Sneak out? Okay.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let's take our classes. So here's what we have so far. What do you want to do?
Same two for now. When we
Okay.
get to where it's close to them, then I'll
Yeah.
double up on...
Sense magic?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're doing that. You learn to create tiny discs of solid light which can fly through the air and cut into targets. By concentrating, you can create a wave of discontent which panics or enrages animals in the area. You gain innate resistance to light and dark. You can now see in the blackest caves or stare into the sun without going blind. You learn to consciously project a magical shield around your body, blocking intrusion, a powerful technique, but you can't keep it up for too long. Can we rob the treasury and run away? Oh my gosh.
I regret to inform you that Fabian, the Earl of Titan and Duke Regent of Elath, has passed away.
This isn't really a surprise. It was pretty old. The problem is the political implications.
With the control of Elath in doubt, it falls to the crown to make decisions. Young Lord Adair will not reach his 15th birthday for over 2 years. He requires a regent. His stepmother, Irisu, the Duchess of Lila, has petitioned that the boy be left in her care. This would, however, leave her in personal control of 2 neighboring duchies, which is generally for
Almost the entire eastern border. I don't know anything really bad about her, though.
The boy does have a living grandfather, the Earl of Ishtar, or you might appoint an unrelated noble to act in his... The Earl of Ishtar suggested any possibility you and Adair are both young, are both young. Sorry, it's blurry. Not too far apart in age. He requests that we accept the boy as your future husband and keep him here at the castle. Wow!
So, leave him with Irisu, send him to his grandfather, marry him, send him to your uncle.
Let's send him to Grandpappy.
Are you sure?
Nope, but let's do it.
Earl Ishtar is the closest blood relation that Adair has. He should be regent.
As you wish.
To be honest, just vor him. Oh my gosh, Rick. So what are we doing?
Let's visit the dungeon. We need to get more mad.
Okay. But that hurts Lumen. So are we doing sense magic?
Yes, double sense.
You close your eyes and learn to feel the magic inside you. You practice using small amounts of magic and feeling that power outside of yourself. You have unlocked a new outfit.
There's a woman here to see you. She's a musician and wishes crown patron.
Which means money. Your Royal Highness, if you accept me as a member of your court, I will immortalize you in word and song. I have dabbled in musical styles from many countries and can entertain your guests and lighten your evenings. The musician sings a little ditty to demonstrate her skills with the lute. She's actually pretty good. Accept her as court musician or reject her.
Yes, accept her.
Okay. Very well. You can remain as part of the court. I will do my best for you.
No.
What?
Lulu, please no.
Oh my gosh. I would suggest doing sneaking out so that we can continue to bring up Lumen. If you want to continue to bring up
let's do
Lumen.
that.
Or if you want to do something else.
No, let's sneak out.
Okay, our mood. Oh shoot, the problem is we have both angry and willful all the way up. We need to bring down angry. Well, at least we can do this. Watch this. Now we have our magical girl outfit.
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
So that'll at least boost Lumen as well. So let's see. Here are our skills, and here's how our Lumen is at the moment.
Yeah, let's do 2 more incense.
Okay. Your mentor summons up magical energies to strike the nearby ground so that you can learn to sense someone else's spells in use. You close your eyes and call out when you detect your mentor casting a silent spell besides you. You learn to detect ongoing enchantments such as blessed weapons that can do magical damage. You learn to tell the difference between different kinds of magical signatures so that you can tell roughly what a spell you detect is meant to achieve. You receive a letter from young Lord Adair. It's an extremely formal letter for such a little boy, thanking you for your wisdom and allowing him to live with his grandfather, who probably dictated every word he wrote.
Sneak out again.
Actually, we should probably bring down our anger.
Oh yeah, so attend service.
Blah, blah, blah. Okay, now we got this. So, sense magic, resist magic, wield magic is there, or if you want to do something else.
Let's double resist.
Double resist? Okay. Done. You gain increased resistance against heat and cold, becoming comfortable in different weather and environments, and able to sip hot soup without burning your tongue. You learn how to quickly flare magical shields around you to deflect an incoming attack. This uses much less energy than a constant shield, but it requires good timing to be effective. You learn how to maintain a low-level deflection field so that magical attacks not directly targeted at you will slide harmlessly aside. This doesn't need much power, so you can keep it up for long periods of time. You learn how to directly counter offensive magic with your own power so that you can burn out a spell that someone else has cast. This is very dangerous, this is very dangerous if the other spell is too powerful. Your increased skill and power gives you innate resistance to mind-affecting magic. Staring up into the sky out your window, you notice a strange flash of light. A falling star, pretty! So, now what?
Let's attend service again. Get our angry down just a bit more.
Okay. So, and now, here's our skills.
Let's double up in wield magic.
Okay. Done. You learn to create a blade of solid light, which you can wield like a sword to slice through flesh and stone alike. You learn to direct a beam of searing light through the end of a staff, burning whatever you point at. By concentrating, you can create a wave of discontent which panics, confuses, or even enrages other people around you. You learn to shape light into images of things that are far away or things that don't exist at all. You learn to create a powerful explosion of light, burning those caught within and blinding others who look at it.
I have unpleasant news to report. Adair, the young Lord of Elath, has been assassinated. Crap.
What?
He was shot with a crossbow while playing on the grounds of his grandfather's estate.
How did this happen? Where were the guards?
This is not the first time such events have happened within the realm of Ishtar.
The Earl of Ishtar's first wife and oldest daughter also died under mysterious circumstances. Then his other daughter married young and died giving birth to Adair. With Adair dead, the only family he has left is his second wife and their son Connor, who's 15.
Blame the Earl.
Once is an accident, twice is coincident, 3 times? He's either a traitor or incompetent. He's useless as an earl. Imprison him or execute him.
You know, we might as well keep the train going. Execute.
For failing his responsibilities, his life is forfeit. Connor can be Earl of Ishtar.
As you wish. Then there is the matter of the Duchy of Elath. By blood, the nearest living heir is Talarist, the Duke of Sedna, in
But he's not even Novan.
One of his ancestors was. Elath is a major duchy. You cannot afford to lose control of it.
Name a Novan heir named Talarist as the heir. Delay.
Let's name Talarist. He seems like a fun, southern, down-to-earth guy.
If Talarist is the rightful heir, then he must be the Duke. But he can't be Duke of both places, so he'll have to give up the title to Sedna and become my subject. Let Talarist worry about replacing their Duke.
Very well.
So what are we doing?
Let's sneak out again.
Sneak out. There we go. Okay, so here's our skills.
Okay, let's double up on sense.
Sense? Okay.
Actually, no, let's do, one wield and one resist.
Let me see. Skills. Okay. You learn how to make use of images to wield your other powers at a great distance. You have nothing more to learn about wield magic. Your understanding of the flow of power gives you increased resistance to damage caused by magic. Even without a shield, you can still be hurt, but less than an ordinary human would be. You have nothing more to learn about resist magic.
My lady, there are letters for you.
Another letter from Brioni. Why does she keep writing me? We were never even friends. She says she's bored and lonely and she's looking forward to seeing me at Gwenella's birthday party. That's right, Gwenella's about to turn 15. She'll be Duchess of Sudbury for real now. This other letter must be an invitation to her birthday celebration next week. Gwenella and I were friends at school and this will be a big event, but it's also a long way to travel. A lot of things can happen on the road. So we can either go to Sudbury for Gwenella's party or send your regrets.
Yeah, let's go. We know how to fight. We know most magic. We're good.
I'm gonna save. Okay, return. Okay, let's go to the party. It'll be good to see my friends. Where are we doing?
Sneaking out.
Okay. Now classes. All we can do is sense magic for Lumen.
Yep, let's double up on sense.
Okay. Where is it? There it is. You expand your magical perceptions to give you some idea of where a detective spell was cast from and how long ago. You learn to detect the latent power that signifies a lumen even when he or she is not actively working magic. You expand your senses, learning to detect spells and magical creatures at a greater distance. You learn to detect lingering traces of strong magic from the past, even when the spell has long since completed. You have nothing more to learn about sense magic. On your journey to Sudbury, your carriage is attacked by bandits.
Oh, they are so unlucky.
You hear the distinctive sound of incoming arrows just in time to push yourself away from the window and avoid being shot. From the screams outside, not all of your guards have been as lucky. The attackers scatter as soon as your forces show signs of resistance, vanishing into the woods. The rest of your trip passes without incident, but you can't help jumping at shadows. Gwenelle's party is lovely, not nearly as glamorous as your own upcoming birthday will be, of course, but it's still a major event on the noble social calendar. Everyone who is anyone is present. Except, of course, for the new Duke of Elaith. Matters there are too unsettled to be left unattended. Uncle Laurent and your younger cousins are here, but Charlotte and her mother are not. Apparently Charlotte was ill. Irisu, the Duchess of Lila, is present, but she somehow always manages to avoid talking to you when you draw near. There are refreshments of dancers and musicians and polite conversations, and one or two not so polite.
Will not be shoved aside.
Mother!
Wait, no, Mother. It's my domain now. I need space for myself. You have your own lands to manage.
Just because you're of age doesn't mean you know everything, young lady. You need my advice.
This is my home. It has never been yours.
Okay. Before you can back away, their gazes fall on you. They wait expectantly for you as near queen to settle the dispute. Side with Gwenelle, side with her mother.
Side with Gwenelle. We are the next generation.
You heard her. She's an adult now, and she's in charge here.
Thank you.
Is this what your father will face upon your coronation? Cast aside without another word.
He's not going to like hearing that, is he? A bit later, Brioni catches up with you. Hello, Elodie. It's so wonderful that you're going to be queen now. I mean, I'm sorry about your mother. Thanks. But think of the opportunities you're going to have. You're so lucky. That's an odd way of putting it. Anyway, I was wondering, now that you're almost queen and everything, have they told you all about the secrets? What secrets? Like how to get into that old palace. I've heard it's packed full of treasure. Old palace? The one at Catherine Lake, where the kings and queens of Nova used to live. I don't know anything about it. Oh. She bites her lip and frowns at you. Well, never mind then. She walks away, so much for wanting to talk to you. At the end, you all share a pleasant meal and prepare to return to your various lands. Where are we doing?
We're gonna sneak out again.
Okie dokie. Okay, so our skills, here's how it is. We're 100 in Lumen. Yeah.
Let's finish up military.
Military? So should I put on the outfit for it?
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, so let's do the classes for military. You might actually win. What the heck?
I mean, so far we haven't died yet, and I feel like we probably could have died on the way to the party. Let's go double logistics.
Okay. Okay, you learn about how to calculate enemy war preparations based on the movement of goods within their lands. Armies do not spring up full-formed overnight. You study the benefits of looting as a troop motivator versus the negative effect on civilian populations. You learn to calculate how effective military strength wanes over distance from a home position as it becomes more difficult to put pieces into play. You learn how to delay the advance of an invading force by disrupting their transport and communications. You have nothing more to learn about logistics.
Matters have come to a crisis. Irisu, the Duchess of Lila, has declared civil.
What?
Apparently, she feels that you are a weak leader, unfit to be queen, and has managed to sway several others to her benefit.
Who is against me?
A number of minor earls and countesses, the Duchess of Mead and the Duke of Kegel. Situation in Hellas and Marie is less clear.
What forces can she muster, and what are we still holding?
We have 5 battalions and 1 platoon. 1 splatoon. Hey, you want to play some after this?
Oh my gosh.
The naval side is, of course, useless in this conflict. By my estimate, Irisu can field 4 battalions and 2 platoons.
That's not good.
It will come down to a question of strategy. There are ways to increase the number of soldiers you have available. You could offer to pardon various prisoned criminals in exchange for military service.
Pardon criminals or don't?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright,
Lulu, what did I do now?
Alright, let's do that. Criminals probably already know how to fight. I don't know. Oh, I see what's going on. Lulu wants to steal from you, Al.
My Pokemon again? Was it because I mentioned Splatoon? Very well.
Forces are in motion, but they will take time to reach their peak. So what should we do?
Let's check out the barracks.
Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so here's our skills. The only thing we're down on is naval strategy and military. Or we could do something else.
Let's finish up naval strategy. Let's
Okay.
double that. He said it wouldn't be useful, but I don't buy it.
Okay, there we go. You study the cost, time, and materials required to construct new ships. You study blockades, both setting them and breaking them. You study the effect of cannons against coastal installations such as enemy docks and seaside villages. You study the difficulty of a sneak attack at seas and ways that it can be achieved. You have nothing more to learn about naval strategy.
The negotiator for the rebels has arrived to speak with you.
Surrender now, and I will be lenient.
We are not here for our surrender. We are here for yours. You have one chance to avoid needless bloodshed. Agree to marry one of Duchess Irisu's sons. She will become your regent and guide the domain into stability. You will be allowed to maintain a figurehead title.
So, agree, refuse, or suggest compromise.
Refuse. We don't negotiate.
Okay, I'm just gonna save again.
What, you don't have faith in how we raised our daughter to be
No.
the perfect warrior?
I am the queen, and I will not give in to threats.
Since we cannot come to an agreement, then we will meet you on the battlefield.
Fine. Where are we doing?
Let's check out those barracks again. Want to make sure we're ready.
Okay. Now here's our skills.
Let's
The only thing that has
double
a
up on
plus,
dogs.
the only thing we have a +1 is an intrigue, but we also have animal handling. We can't double up on dogs because we need to bring up horses first.
Okay, then let's double up on horses.
Okay. Animal handling, horses, done. You walk around the stables, meeting the royal horses, learning about their breeds and the names of different parts of their anatomy. You learn about caring for horses, grooming with different brushes, and keeping hooves free of stones. You learn about the different pieces that go into saddles and bridles, how to check for signs of wear, and how to equip and adjust them on a horse. War rages for control of Nova. As defending queen, you're required to take personal control of your forces. Your control of magic enhances your claim to divine right of rulership. Your lumen powers cause chaos among your enemies with explosive displays and waves of terror. You lack the strength to take on a whole army by yourself, of course, but they don't need to know that. Battles are won and lost, fallen soldiers decorating the landscape. The final outcome is a victory for your side. Your forces sweep through the rebellion's duchies and are met with cheers by the local population. Irisu, the ringleader, is executed, and the other rebels forced to pay tribute to keep their holdings. Of course, there is also a cost paid in lives. Your keen sense of military strategy enabled you to resolve the affair with much less loss of life than might have been expected. Total casualties were 1/4 of a battalion on your side, and 1 and over a half battalions among the rebels. Of course, there are no more rebel soldiers now. They are once more your loyal subjects. What should we do?
Let's sneak out.
Okay. Okay, so here's our skills.
Let's do 1 in falcons and 1 in
Oh
horses.
wait, let me see. Do we? No, we don't. Okay. 1 in falcons and 1 in what?
And 1 in horses.
Okay. Also, hi Bjorn. Hello. How are you?
Hey Bjorn.
I hope you're doing well. It's been a long time since I've seen you and your incredible emotes. I love them so much. Okay, so let's do that then. You learn about the hood and leather jesses, how and when they are worn, and how to keep them maintained and oiled. You spend time with your chosen bird, speaking to her and letting her get to know you. You have unlocked a new outfit. You learn how to mount and dismount a horse, first with a boost and then from the ground. Things have been so unsettled lately. Everyone's on edge. We need something cheerful.
You could hold a tournament.
What a good idea! Knights, jostling, musicians, all sort of competitions. Everyone loves a contest.
What will you offer as prize to the winners?
Status and praise, employment, or gold?
Status and praise.
That's an interesting... I'm gonna save again. Okay, return.
You still doubt my choice?
Yeah, even though you're doing really well. You're doing so much better than I was. The first time I played this, she died. So the fact that you're here, I died like halfway through, like at around like 20 something weeks. So you're doing amazing. Being declared to be the best in front of the entire domain should be prize enough for anyone.
Very well. I will draft the announcements.
You leave into his work. As you move through the hall, your eyes fall upon a vase of flowers, pretty but apparently not getting enough water. The leaves on the blossom have shriveled. Someone on hall duty is being lazy. Those flowers should be replaced. You continue up the stairs to your room, where a maid is waiting for you.
My lady, a gift has arrived from Kegel.
Oh, sorry. From the Duke?
No, my lady, a merchant house. I believe it was sent with a shipment down the Cavallo.
You tear open the brightly colored paper to find chocolates. There is a little card with the box with our compliments, the House of Kralat. You pop one of the chocolates into your mouth. Mmm, delicious. ... Suddenly you feel very cold. The world seems darker, colors less bright. You worry you worry that perhaps you shouldn't have eaten so much candy and try to ignore the feeling of illness. Unfortunately, it was more than just an upset tummy. By the time you realize you have been poisoned, it is too late. Hi, roaming traveler, and yes, we were so close. So close.
How did we survive an all-out war and die to chocolate? Chocolate!
Yep. There we go. Lodi did not survive to reach her coronation. Nova would have to go on without her. But it doesn't have to end this way. Make different choices, train different skills, and Lodi's star may rise again. The second most common way to die. I'm like trying to remember, how do you avoid the chocolate thing? 1 second. Sad part is she nearly had enough to pass the chocolates test. Really?
I don't remember putting anything in the poison test.
Dog, I think, needed to be about 50.
No.
Wait, no, we can get back there, okay? Good thing I've been saving. Okay. Yes. Okay, so we refuse, blah, blah, blah. I don't remember what we did here. I think it was like touring the barracks.
Yeah, I think we snuck out.
No, I think we toured the barracks because of the battle that was happening. Because this is before we won the battle. So classes, let me see, skills. Okay, so we have all of that. Okay, so let's do 2 horses. And then put dogs at 50, right? For the next week after that. Because we have...
Yeah, that sounds good.
Or maybe... Let's do 1 horse, 1 dog.
Yeah, that sounds good. And then, yeah, that should be good enough to get us open.
Yeah, done. Blah, blah, blah. You choose a young puppy and begin raising him to respond to you over all others. Your skill of dogs is now 50, blah, blah. You walk around the stables meeting the royal horses, learning about their breeds and the names for different parts of their anatomy. Blah, 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 blah,
That's
blah.
a good philosophy to have, Lulu.
Okay. And we snuck out. And then classes, skills. So we have dogs at that. So we need to bring up horses and falcons. So let's...
One horse, one falcon.
Yeah. Done. You learn about caring for horses, blah, blah. You unlocked a new outfit. Let's skip ahead. Do you want to keep status and praise?
Yeah, let's keep that.
Okay, let's save state. Okay, return, status and praise, blah, blah. Test dog success. All of a sudden, your puppy, who is usually so well behaved, growls at the box of chocolates and lunges at it. There's about 5 checks. Passing any of them unlocks the save it for later option. Okay. Okay, thanks, roaming traveler. Thank you. Thank you for saving us, roaming traveler.
Yeah, thank you. You came out of nowhere and just like, hey, get a puppy.
You know, that's actually the answer to most problems in life, though, is just get a dog. Bad dog. Chocolate isn't good for you. Silly thing, making such a fuss. So, save it for later.
Yep, save it.
I don't feel like candy right now. Maybe later. We saved ourselves! So, what are we doing?
How about we eat some chocolate?
No!
Let's take a walk in the garden. Let's take a break from all the sneaking out and war and...
Happy to help. You've played this game a lot. Nice! Nice, roaming traveler. You can, as Rick said, you can come over here and roam in this part of Twitch anytime you want. Oh, and we have a new outfit, by the way. Our hunt coat.
Oh, that's cute.
And that's for our skills in animal handling.
You know what? The dog saved our life. Let's double up on dog.
Okay. Classes. Dogs. Done. You roam around the castle and grounds with your dog, letting him learn his way while he becomes accustomed to the sights, smells, and sounds of the castle's inhabitants. You begin training your dog to follow simple commands such as falling or staying in place. You train your dog to search for hidden treats, items, and people. This is the week of the general tournament. Nobles and commoners alike have turned out to compete against each other.
The people will be pleased if you participate in the games. However, it would expose you to danger. I'm not concerned.
Oh, in some playthroughs, you can actually get to find out who sent those chocolates. I'm guessing if you have intrigue up, like if you're really good with intrigue, you can find out who
I feel like
doing
it was the maid. She's just got it out for you.
What event do you wish to take part in? Mounted parade, jousting, fencing, archery, music, falconry, or none?
Can literally take part in all of these. Let's do fencing.
Fencing? Wait, I'm gonna save real quick.
Wait, was I right? Is it actually the maid?
Oh! And Rick's like, it was me. Okay. Here the devotees of the blade can challenge each other to duels fought only for points, not blood and honor. You win your first match to uproarious applause, but are soon overpowered by more experienced competitors. Still, you did very well for your first tournament. I think it was Rick 2 says jangled. All the winners are announced and displayed to great cheers. As near Queen, you place flowered garlands around their necks. All of a sudden, a man approaches the winner's platform. It's Kevin, the Earl of Low. In one hand, he carries an armored gauntlet, in the other, a sword.
My family's blood is on your hands. Wait, what? We helped you, dude.
Yeah, but then we also hurt him after that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Tango, by the way, I sent you some snacks. Eat them, I dare you. Oh my gosh. Rise, the ringleader of the rebellion, she was his mother. He casts a metal glove to the ground with a clatter and raises his sword, pointing it at you. I challenge... Wait, no, that's you.
I challenge you at a life for a life.
He's challenging you to a duel. Doesn't he know you could burn him to a crisp just by waving your hand? Accept, refuse, or kill him with magic.
You know what? They will fear us. Kill them with magic.
I'm saving.
I don't know what you mean, just because we almost died to poison.
Without a further word, you direct the full force of your magical wrath at the Earl of Low. There is a horrible scream and the smell of burning flesh. I decline. Kevin's sword falls to the ground beside his gauntlet. He won't be needing either anymore. After the tournament, a minor tragedy is revealed. When the stewards apparently had an incredible sweet tooth and dared to steal a piece of your recently received chocolates, he had a sweet tooth. The chocolates were poisoned. Good thing I didn't eat them. What are we doing?
Let's
Oh,
let's
shoot.
visit the treasure. Okay, that's...
Visit the treasury?
Yeah, let's do it. And yeah, that was such a sassy line, just like, I decline. No.
Yeah, as roaming traveler said. Yeah. Joke's on you, Rick, I have a dog. Nice, jangled. Okay, so let's see here. Our skills are like this. Should we up horses and falcons?
Yeah, let's double down on Falcon.
Falcons?
Yeah.
Okay, done. You don a
Oh,
heavy...
same, Rick.
You don a... oh my gosh. You don a heavy leather glove and encourage your bird to hop onto your fist. You carefully feed tidbits to your bird while she rests on your glove. You practice walking around holding the bird, attached to you by a short length to ensure she doesn't fly away. You practice whirling a lure overhead for your bird to catch before calling her back to your hand.
My lady, I'm trying to kill you, but your father wishes to speak with you. He says it's urgent.
Fine, I'm coming. You find your father standing over a map of the coastline, his face grave.
Ships have been sighted on approach from Shanjia. Not trade ships. This is a war fleet.
What?
Why is she afraid? She is a one-girl army. Within a week, they will be in Novan waters. Within 2, they could reach the capital.
Then we will fight to defend ourselves.
You can try to use the treasury funds to hire additional soldiers, but it may be difficult on short notice.
Recruit soldiers or don't.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm gonna save again, by the way. Recruit soldiers. Fine, we'll do that.
You'll need to draw up a naval strategy for our ships to carry out. You could choose to act as admiral and lead the fleet in person, but the danger to you would be very... Unless you think your personal skills will make the difference, I would strongly advise against it.
Direct the fleet or stay in the capital.
Oh, we are directing that fleet.
Here we go. The risk is mine to take.
You have your mother's heart. There's one more thing. I hesitate to ask, but... an invasion. Time is... this is the sort of disaster for which a Lumen's power may be worth the cost. If the fleet could be destroyed before they reached our waters, many lives would be saved.
I don't know any magic that could sink a whole fleet. I'll have to talk to my mentor. You find the Duchess of
Oh my god,
Ursul.
Rick, is that really what happened now?
Oh my gosh, that would be insane. I actually don't know the lore behind this game. I mean, like, I know the lore behind, like, the making of the game and whatnot, but not all the story yet, because I haven't played enough of it yet. You find the Duchess of Ursul in her guest quarters. A fleet from Shanhia is attacking us. Is it possible to sink them all with magic?
It is easy enough to attack one soldier, one ship as a demonstration, but to obliterate an entire fleet. You would need an immense amount of power, spread over a large area, more than any one lumen could contain or control. If you tried to raise that much power yourself, you would die. Not could, would.
So it's hopeless. We'll just have to rely on our soldiers. Where are we doing?
Let's sneak out, get that willpower up.
Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so here are our skills. We could bring up horses.
So, what I'm thinking, just in case, is change into our magical girl outfit. Because I don't know if that'll have any...
Oh no, it
bearing
doesn't
on what
affect us
happens.
because we're 100 in Lumen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, in that case, double horses.
Okay, classes, horses, done. You learn how to mount and dismount a horse, first with a boost, then from the ground. You learn how to handle the reins and guide a horse around the field. You may now hunt on weekends. You practice different gaits, walking, trotting, carrying, and galloping. You practice several maneuvers such as backing up or maneuvering in tight quarters. Here we are. Danger on the high seas. Ships close in on each other, angling into range. You take your position with a spyglass, watching the enemy movements closely and shouting out any necessary changes in plan. An optional event would allow you to learn of another lumen and allows that magic naval win. Oh, that would have been awesome. Oh, I know what that event is. I had it happen before. I know what the event is.
I don't know what it is.
Basically,
I want to see that event.
if we had our magic stuff up before the ball, the gala that happened, which we didn't have any of our magic at the time. But if we did have it at the time of the gala, we could have asked, we would have found out that that one Duchess with the brown ponytail, that apparently she's a lumen. And you could choose to have her as like a one of the people in your court as like a fellow lumen.
Oh, that would have come in handy.
Yep. The Shadow Force is greatly outnumbered in Novans. This is unlikely to end well if only you had more soldiers available. Your skill in long-range magic makes you as effective as a cannon and more maneuverable, but there are far too many ships for you to take each one out individually. The eventual outcome is not in your favor. No moment ships are sunk or scattered as the Shanhian forces press towards landfall. Your grasp of strategy allows you to reorganize when the tipping point has been passed and order your remaining vessels to retreat before they are all destroyed. This saves lives, but it means leaving the Novan approach completely unguarded. Many good soldiers were lost today, and Nova's troubles have not ended. Since you have failed to repel the invasion, the Shahian fleet will soon land and their troops will begin to progress towards your capital city. Your remaining soldiers will hold them off as long as possible, of course, but the main strength of your military has been exhausted. Nova's future looks bleak.
Let's bring up that willpower.
Oh, I forgot about her. There was another by attending services after having a high lumen. We should have done that. So we can do hunting now, by the way.
Okay, yeah, let's hunt.
You take out some of your frustrations on helpless prey animals. You now feel somewhat happier and less angry. The naval victory is a really hard one to pass. You have to have quite a few skill checks and must have unlocked building more ships. Oof. So, what should we do now?
I mean, the only thing I can think of is finishing up the dog and falcon, maybe?
Okay, or we could do another area. Like either agility or athletics, too.
Okay, yeah, let's do athletics.
Okay. Running, climbing, or swimming?
Running twice.
Okay. Done. You practice walking at a brisk but comfortable pace for a set length of time every day. You switch back and forth between a brisk walk and a light bouncing jog. Not too fast, you're building endurance rather than speed. The invasion of Nova is proceeding. Your coastline is under Shahian control. Soldiers have marched through villages, trampling fields and frightening citizens. A diplomatic delegation from Shahia has requested access to the castle to discuss terms, most likely for your surrender. You lack the strength to hold off their armies. And surrendering now will save many lives. It would seem that you have no choice. You prepare yourself as best you can to meet with the representatives from Senhia. You expect a diplomat and a military representative, a general or an admiral. You did not expect the handsome man decked in jewels who now stands before you, a man announced by your servants as Togami, king of Senhia. Is he really their king? Why would a king come all the way here? And he's a lumen, too.
My dear young lady, how difficult this must be for you. So much responsibility at such a tender age.
Nice, I love it. Don't pretend to be my friend while you're killing my people.
Temper, temper. Princess, after all, I am here to save your people. War benefits no one, don't you think? Such a terrible waste. Better to settle things in a civilized manner. A contest, a game, so to speak, with Nova as the stakes. Should I win, then your domain will submit and accept me as overlord, with no further resistance. Should I lose, then my army will leave your domain in peace and shed no more blood.
What sort of game?
Uno! It is well known that Nova is ruled by lumens. As it happens, I too possess the powers of a lumen.
Togami, as played by Jerry Lewis. I like it, says Roaming Traveler.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I propose a formal duel. My powers against yours. The winner takes control of Nova. The loser dies.
Your game by your rules for my life? That doesn't sound fair to me.
The rules of formal dueling have been passed down for 4 generations and must be upheld. It is important that we do this by the ancient codes.
Why should I?
If you refuse, then the war will continue. I'll sweeten the deal. If you meet me in a formal Lumen challenge, I'll call off the evasion even if I win.
Really?
I swear it by the gods! Nova will be free and safe.
Why take that risk? You're winning the war.
It's not your land that I want, it's your crystal! To gain your power, I'm willing to wager my own. Shall we begin?
I can sense his power. It's so strong. I've learned everything I possibly could, but he's at least as good as I am. I don't like this, but what choice do I have? Accept his terms, offer marriage alliance, refuse outright.
Hey, instead of fighting, how about we just get together? No,
Even though he has a wife.
let's let's fight him.
Okay.
We did all we could. This is our moment.
Then I must. Togami explains the rules of formal dueling to you, including a carefully inscribed circle of wands which will contain the effects of any powers you wield, protecting bystanders from danger. Fun fact, King Togami and his wife, Queen Junko, are named after a couple of Danganronpa. Ah!
I knew I recognized the name Tagami. I did not know his queen was named Junko. I love it.
Incredible. Shipping and showing their ships in this game. Anyways, and then it is time to begin. You trade attacks, one spell sensed and countered by another, reserving your strength as much as possible. It might almost be exciting if your life were on the line. You need to end this quickly before his experience allows him to come up with a trick you can't defeat. He's used to dealing with magical attacks, but he might not be expecting a physical one. Perhaps if you rushed him, you could take him off guard. Up close, he couldn't use his fancy spells. But what would you do then? You still have to use magic to win. You can't just grab him and bang his head against the floor. Perhaps you could focus your power into the shape of a sword and attack him with that. Or maybe it could distract him somehow. You could cast a spell that he couldn't block. Magic sword or dazzle him.
Magic sword.
Motes of shimmering moonlight coalesce into a weapon in your hand. Your first lunge he dodges, rolling to the ground, but you recover quickly and strike again. In the confined space of the warded circle, there is nowhere for him to run. The final strike of your moonblade parts his head from his shoulders. You have won. What are we doing?
Aw, yeah. Let's go for a walk in the garden. That seems nice after all this.
A walk in the fresh air helps you forget the burdens on your shoulders. Okay, so here's our skills.
I mean, we might as well, since there's no danger of anything right now, might as well finish up dogs and horses.
Oh, horses or falcons?
Yeah, falcons, actually.
Animal handling, we got this. Dogs, falcons. Nice, done. Here we go. You go for walks with your dog in the woods and invite him to fetch anything interesting that he can find. You train your dog to perform silly tricks on command. Yay, that's a tough fight to win. You have to have reflex plus sword equals 100. Since your sword was maxed out, yeah, he never had a chance. Nice, Al, you did it.
Woo! We are succeeding.
You have nothing more to learn about dogs. You practice playing with the lure, making it more difficult for the bird so that it takes multiple passes to grab for her prey. You take your bird out for free flights to catch small prey on her own and return it to you. You have nothing more to learn about falcons. Once you defeated the king of Shahia in a duel, the invasion was meant to be over. In practice, it is not quite so easy to expel a foreign army from your lands, particularly when their leadership is falling apart. The remaining Shahian generals seem surprisingly eager to go home and left without a fuss, but a large number of soldiers have broken ranks and run amok, looting and pillaging their way through Nova just for fun. A number of royal holdings have been damaged and valuables stolen. Not only do you lose them, but you have to pay for repairs. With so many renegades on the loose, Nova seems likely to have severe bandit problems for years to come. When Togami died, he left behind a crystal, Maru lumen crystal with glimmers of pink where it catches the light. Such a pretty bauble from such an ugly event. Since Nova won the duel, this crystal is now your rightful prize, but you have no idea what to do with it. For now, you lock it away in the royal treasury. Now what?
Let's go hunting.
Hunting? Okay, so here's our skills. What should we do?
Finish up horses for 1 and then running.
Okay. So horses and then running. Done. You practice riding and jumping over small obstacles. You ride over longer distances and handle natural obstacles as they occur. You practice guiding the horse using only your knees so that your hands are free for other activities. You have nothing more to learn about horses. You steadily increase the proportion of time you spend jogging, with shorter breaks of walking to recharge your energy. Time has slipped by you so quickly. Only 2 weeks remain before your birthday celebration, and your official coronation as queen. Have you done enough to build a stable Nova? It is traditional for the palace to provide entertainment and refreshment for the common people when a new monarch is crowned. It is a rare opportunity for the poor of the land to dine like nobles. The size and scope of such feasts depends on what expense the royal treasury is willing to bear. An extravagant feast, a respectable feast, a small feast, no celebration.
I'd say respectable.
Okay.
We don't really have the funds to go all out, but we want to reward some people.
Okay. Save state, return. So, a respectable feast. I'm sure we can afford to give everyone in the city some bread and sausage and a bit of cake. So what now?
Let's go hunting again.
Hunting, no effect. You spend the weekend outdoors with the hunt. Skills. So now what?
Double up on running.
Oh, we can't do that, remember? We need to bring up
okay.
climbing and swimming.
1 climbing, 1 swimming.
Okay, done. You get comfortable in the water, splashing around and holding your breath to go under. You practice climbing up and down fixed ladders, driving out any fear of heights and learning to move swiftly and surely. The castle is buzzing with preparations for your upcoming coronation. Ministers press you with details for your favorite colors and flowers and so on. The extravagant feast is pretty nice sounding when you pick it. Nice. You really can't see the point of wasting time worrying about decorations when there's so much else to worry about. She goes for the gold on it, all kinds of food, and gives out commemorative coins. Oh, that's nice. Others are more interested in the subject of your marriage. Whomever you decide to marry will be elevated to the highest ranks of the nobility, which could mean a major shift in the balance of power. Therefore, everyone is talking about the top candidates, even though you're under no obligation to marry so young. Talaris, the former Duke of Sedna, now Duke of Aelith, is one option. Even though he is now a subject of Nova and not Talis, he still has family there, and marrying him could give you stronger ties to that domain. The marriage would be of greater benefit to him, as it would strengthen his hold over his new duchy and help to quiet those worried about being ruled by a foreigner. But with the desperate need for heirs, combining your futures might make them more fragile rather than stronger. Then there is Banyan, the Duke of Maria, a powerful and eligible noble, only about 10 years older than you. There's Kieran, the new Duke of Lila. He's close enough to your age that you remember meeting him at school, where he was already becoming quite handsome. Lila is a powerful territory, and he has family ties to much of Nova. It would be a good match, except of course that you are responsible for the death of his mother. The outlier is Gwyneth's half-brother, Ancient, who's only 8 years old, but a potential heir to either Hellas or Marie someday if his aunt and uncle don't create heirs of their own. There are 2 or 3 minor earls around the age of 20 who might be passable alternatives, and of course you could decide to ignore noble traditions entirely and marry a commoner if you were prepared to deal with the uproar. While you will need to marry eventually, you are still very young. You could put this decision off until later. However, a clear succession contributes to the stability of your domain. Are you leaning towards any option? So we could do Talaris, Banyan, Kieran, Ancient, no one.
Let's go no one.
No one. Wait, I'm gonna
Yep.
save again. Save. Return. So no one. You aren't in a hurry to get married. You have a country to run. So what do you want to do? If it makes you feel better, the courtship and marriage to 8-year-old Asia waits until he's 16. Okay.
Okay, that does make me feel a little better. Let's sneak out.
Sneak out. There we go. Oh, shoot. Okay, so what do you want to do? The same thing again?
Yep, same thing.
Okay. Done. You practice walking and hopping through the shallows, feeling the difference in resistance that the water applies to your movement. You practice floating on your front and your back, letting the water do the work of holding you up. You learn to evaluate whether a tree or a branch is safe to bear your weight. You clamber up and down trees, able to fetch fruit or get a better view. You have unlocked a new outfit. At this time last year, you were celebrating your 14th birthday. You were in the school garden surrounded by your friends. A teacher brought you tea and cakes, while a wealthy merchant's son wove a crown of flowers for your head. It didn't matter so much that you were a princess then. Your title was something for the future. Many of your peers would be duchesses or earls or the like someday, but not then. You were children. Your parents could not attend on the actual day, but they did send wonderful gifts, some for you and some for you to share. And a week later, they came for a visit, and your mother took you with her through the countryside in a splendid carriage. It was the last time you would ever see her. You wonder if, wherever she is, she can see you now. You're 15 years old, a legal adult. You have worked and studied and suffered and prepared, and now the time has come. You kneel before the priestess, barely hearing her words as she recites the blessings. She calls upon the gods to deliver peace, wisdom, and prosperity to you, and through you, to all of Nova. And then she calls upon you for your oath of rulership.
Will you guard and govern and protect your people to the best of your ability, according to the law and custom?
I will.
Will you, to the best of your power, uphold the ideals of love, honor, justice, and mercy?
Bjorn, I love that emote so much. I will.
Lords and ladies assembled, I present to you your undoubted queen, who has sworn you with her loyalty. Hail Satan.
Oh my gosh.
You have come to give homage. Will you do the same?
One at a time, the head of each duchy approaches your throne and kneels to swear his or her service to you and your heirs.
People of Nova, I give you Eleanor, daughter of Fidelia, your true sovereign. What say you all?
Long live the queen! Long live the queen! Long live the queen! Title drop. Thank you! I will! Once his daughter was secure on her throne, Jocelyn returned to his birthplace to focus on his duties as Duke of Caloris. He was pursued by many women, but showed little interest in remarrying, directing them instead to his brother, the Duke of Mazomba. The subject of magic and lumens remained a slightly uncomfortable one for the citizens of Nova, perfectly fine for the queen who had inherited by divine right, but not something that other people should be aspiring towards. Look at all the terrible things that happened when the power fell into wrong hands. As an openly acknowledged lumen, Juliana, Duchess Ursula, was met with public suspicion wherever she journeyed outside of her duchy. At times that suspicion was accompanied with thrown vegetables. It did not matter that Elodie supported her fully as a member of the noble court. That only led the commoners to whisper that Juliana was a bad influence on the queen. Juliana's perpetually unmarried state was even more worrying to those with wagging tongues. What if that influence rubbed off on the queen and left Nova with no heir? After the failed invasion, relations with Shanhia remained tense. First came the reclamations and demands from the Queen of Shanhia, devastated by the death of her husband, which Elodie ignored. Next came the subtler approaches, the quiet gratitude and others, and offers for alliances for ministers who were thrilled to see Togami gone. Elodie ignored those also, which was just as well, since the next thing to arrive was the preserved head of one of those traitorous ministers, sent by the Queen of Shanhia as a warning. There was no sign of war in the immediate future, but there was not likely to be an alliance either. Elodie eventually married a foreign duke in order to advance alliances and promote Novan's strength. It was not a love match, but the two parties learned to respect and care for each other. They raised 2 children, a son and a daughter. Elodie's interest in weapons and dueling led her to invite foreign masters from far and wide to visit Nova and share their secrets. That experience would also improve the performance of the royal guard and provide security for the crown heirs, and thus Queen Elodie's legacy stretched into the future. We did it!
Aw, yeah.
Why this queen a light bulb though? Hi Heart, how are you doing?
Hi, Heart.
I don't know why she's glowing like that, but we did it. The final slight changes depending on what your strongest stats are. Yeah, I noticed that because mine was different because I had higher stats in other areas. You're tired. I feel that. I'm tired too. I agree, Heart. In this case, her weapons were the highest. It's true. But yeah, we did it. Let's look.
We almost did it without seeing a single death until the chocolate happened.
Yeah. There's so many stuff you can do.
Yeah, Heart, the chocolate took us out, and if Roaming Traveler didn't tell us that we are literally, like, super close to having a dog to save us, then... Wait, encountered a tentacle monster? What?
Yeah, you can apparently have that happen.
Oh no. Please no.
Where is it? Encountered a tentacle monster. Yeah. The tentacle monster one is clean, it just kills her, nothing more. Yeah.
Okay, just as long as it just kills her.
Okay. But yeah. So we did it. Yay. The devs
Despite
were...
it being super cursed at the start, we successfully kept her alive.
Yeah, we did it. I guess I'll just have to play Irisu Syndrome on my own, because apparently it's just too loud. One day we'll do it. One day. Or I should probably, like, download one of those things that allows me to, like, turn down the volume on a game. But I have to pay for it, which sucks.
Paying for anything sucks, I get that.
Yep. Yeah, anyways. What did you think of the game, Al?
I liked it. I liked finding out that there was a lot that we were just like deathly avoiding, and yeah, I don't know. It was really fun. Like, I feel more like I kind of don't see this and Princess Maker in kind of the same light anymore. I see Princess Maker as more like determine how your daughter's gonna turn out, and this one is more avoid death at every corner.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah, it was
all
fun.
in all, I really liked it.
Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you still enjoyed this time despite how cursed the stream started.
Oh yeah, it started really cursed, but we moved past it.
I mean, I guess it wouldn't be a Tuner's One Forgotten Game stream without the curse.
That's true. Something has to be cursed at least once during the stream.
It's true. Well, anyways, we're at the end of the stream, so we should see who we can raid. That's the important part right now. But yeah, thank you guys all so much for tuning in today. I want to thank you all for sticking around even with the curse that was going on. And also thank you, Roaming Traveler, for all the help this stream, for keeping us alive.
Yeah, definitely. We would not have made it past the poison.
Yep. We would have just been like, well, I guess that's it. Time to end the stream. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Roaming Traveler. And you're always welcome to roam around here in these parts. Now Sushi needs to watch the VOD. How bad can it be? It started off real cursed, okay? It was pretty bad, Sushi. It was real bad. There's a reason we decided to play this game instead of Irisu Syndrome, even though I wanted to play Irisu Syndrome. Yeah, the curse should have been Al's mic, not you not being able to play it because of the audio. I know, but it's just so loud. I think I have to play it on my own because the music is just too loud and there's no way for me to change the audio. So I think I might just have to do a stream by myself with that game when I have the time, which won't be for a while. Cries. But yeah. Anyways. Thank you guys all for coming to the stream. I love all of you. Thank you all for hanging out. And I'll see you guys on Tuesday for Persona Tuesdays as usual. And also thank you, Al, for dropping in on the stream to be my co-host at such short notice.
Yeah, no worries. It was really fun.
I'm glad you had fun. So let's see who we should raid. Who should we raid? Hey, oh, Scabbard is streaming The Witcher. So let's do that. Let's raid Scabbard. So /raid. Like that. There we go. I took a break and you still made me rage. I'm so sorry, Lulu. I'm so sorry. But anyways, I'll see you next week, and I'm glad everyone still had fun despite the curse as usual. So I'll see you guys all next time. Toodaloo. Bye-bye.
See you, everyone.